Guys, good morning. This is your boy Scotty, and I'm here with the Coming Up New York cast member, Chance. He's in the building. This interview has been in the making for a while now. I honestly didn't know I was going to do it this early in the morning. Neither did he, but but it's here, you know. And yeah. So first of all, before we get into anything else, the first thing that I want to ask is, how did you even, how did you come into the come up? Like, how did you find out about the show? Because being a viewer of the show, it kind of looks like um, there were people on the show that previously knew each other. Because I've been watching it since
Hmm.
season one, and I see that you're like cool. Well, not just cool, but friends with people like Ken and Montel, and I'm not sure if I think you were friends with or cool with Raekwon and
Hmm.
Nova and all those other people. So how did that come about? Because it just looked like the original cast from season one and season two already kind of knew each other. So how did that come about?
Um, so, ooh, me and Raekwon was actually cool before everyone, and through us getting to know each other, he told me that he was on the show. So I started watching it. It was on season one. Season one was very ghetto. So I was like, I wouldn't be a part of that because of the dynamic. It just seemed like just a bunch of crazy shit going on. So once I watched Atlanta season one and seeing that Quran was going in a different direction with the come up, and it was more like, it had its drama, but it was still a little more laid back. um, I was like, okay. So season two came out, and he put out the little casting call. I sent him a casting video, and he did. He literally told me, he was like, he wasn't going to pick me, but something just told him to just give me a chance. Like that first scene that I did with Raekwon, that was like a test scene. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna see, I'm gonna see how it fits, and
Mhm.
that's how it happened.
Okay, so since we're talking about the people from the beginning, like Raekwon, how long have you known needed, like Raekwon, Montel, Ken, Nova?
Um,
How long have
I've
you known?
known I've known Montel now for about 2, 3 years.
Hmm.
I've known, yeah, I've known actually all of them. It's been about 2 or 3 years since I've known all of them. Me and Montel did not start out being friends. We actually got into an altercation over Facebook and an altercation in person. And that's how, when I came on the show, that's how we knew each other. Um, but the other two, me and Raekwon is good now. We built a friendship, and of course, me and Ken built a friendship. And then everyone else, I met them on season two, all my other cast members.
Okay, so when you decided that you were gonna do the come up,
Hmm.
what were you expecting out of it? I mean, because you did watch season one and you saw
Hmm.
crazy shit that was season one.
Right.
So when you came into the picture on your own, what was your goal rather to showcase, or what did you want to do with the platform when you got there?
Um, I felt like after I watched Atlanta season one, and then I heard about what was gonna be like the type of people that was gonna be on season two. They made it seem like it was like a bunch of social media influencers and, people with huge followings. I mean, we did have a couple people with those. So I kind of wanted to change the narrative. I wanted to come on there as someone more relatable, because I feel like on the come up, everybody's like, oh, business, you got to have followers, you got to have fans, you got to have this. And I just feel like whatever happened to the people that just want to be, normal. They want to just go to school and get their degree. They might not want to have a business. They might not have the followers or whatever. And I feel like a lot of young people watch this and I wanted to give them someone on there so they can feel all right to be regular. They don't have to feel like to be somebody. They have to have all the Instagram fame, and they have to do hair, or they have to have the best clothes on or anything. So I just wanted to give, just a new character to the whole setting, you know?
Okay, so this is a question that a lot of y'all probably get a lot
Hmm.
due to the title of the show. So, being that the
Right.
show is a come up, what would you say is your come up?
I would say my come up, it's I would say it's a little more complicated because it's not really business wise. Clearly, I grew from the show. Like I'm not normally I'm not around a lot of gay people.
Neither am I.
That yeah, it wasn't my vibe. So just being on there and being in that experience and like meeting these people and growing relationships with them, and I have a hand problem. So being able, it kind of taught me how to be able to deal with conflict and have conversations. Yeah, I had a mishap or two, but I've gotten into a lot of arguments and back and forth with people. It gave me a more of a business mindset. I feel like season two, I was more excited to be a part of something rather than take advantage of the platform. So it I would say it made me mature rather than business wise. But we gonna get into that in a few. I'm saying.
Okay, so I had to start off with the with the basic like with the basic stuff first before we dive into everything else.
Hmm.
Because we're gonna get into the stuff that everybody want to know in just a little bit, but I'm still gonna keep it where it is. So
Right.
I know that I know on the show, and I think you said on social media that you would be moving to Atlanta, right? Is that still happening? Okay,
Right.
so what makes you want to leave New York to go down south? And I'm telling you why I'm asking this because being that I am from down south, I am
Hmm.
from down. It's always a surprise when I hear people that's from up north and they be like they want to come and move down south or move to Atlanta, something like that. And I always feel like Northerners don't really want to fuck with us down south. So it's
Hmm.
always a surprise when I hear people say, "Well, I'm from New York, but I moved down south." So what made you want to go leave New York and come to Atlanta?
Um, Part of it is because I'm already used to Atlanta because I grew up out here, kind of. I went to middle school and high
Okay.
school out here, but also because of being on the come up and like being around a couple people who have their own businesses or they're building a brand, it kind of inspired me to push my own shit. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like Atlanta, I have friends like Montel and Sky, London Couture and Milan and a couple people. They are flourishing in whatever they're doing with their brands, and they're inspiring me to push what I want to do. So I feel like out here it's more resources, it's more affordable, and the energy out here is different. Off of the come up in New York, I have to deal with sometimes the same shit that I'm dealing with on the show. And I just feel like the energy is better here. And then, of course, the situation with my mother and my little brother, I want to be around and help support them. She's about to start her own business with helping people basically coming back in jail. She's helping coming from prison and jail, helping them kind of get back into the community because of
Mm-hmm.
course when you're a felon there's a lot of restrictions and things that you can't do. So she's starting something for that. So I'm just trying to get out here and really get to the bag and start my brand while I'm young, instead of
Okay.
wasting time.
Okay, so I know that you spoke on shit. I know you spoke on the relationship with your father.
Hmm.
So can you, if you want to,
Hmm.
delve a little bit into the situation with that and why you guys really don't have a relationship?
Okay, so I had my first boyfriend ever in life. We was going through problems. I was still DL during the time.
Hmm.
Um, he cheated on me. I cheated on him. Blah 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 blah. But he felt the need to expose me to people. Everyone didn't know I was gay. So my father found out, and he literally sent like a bunch of texts and was calling my phone, was threatening to kill me, was threatening to shoot me, or whatever the case may be. And for a couple months we didn't speak, but we rekindled our relationship.
Hmm.
However, it just seemed like every time he got intoxicated or he got in his feelings, now all of these gay slurs and all of these different names. And so I just felt like it would be safer for me physically and for my mental health to just stay away from him, because it's like if you can't make the decision whether you want to respect me as your son or not, then I'll make the decision for you. um, and it just got to the point, like I said on the show, like we would see each other around and he would literally like just walk straight past me and stuff. So I just thought it was a good idea. And then a lot of people don't know, of course, but my father, he's like he be in the streets, so he be having his little street shit going on. I'm known as his son, so it would have been better for me to just stay away from all of that anyway, because I already got enough stuff going on. So I just felt like he was too much trouble than he was worth. So I had to just kind of just put it to the side and let go, let God, see what happens.
Do you think that there can be a time where, and I'm asking these questions for a reason,
Hmm.
do you think there can be a time where you guys would be able to have a relationship? Because I know when I was growing up, me and my father didn't have a relationship, and it wasn't because of my sexuality or anything
Hmm.
like that. It's just because he just wasn't around as much as I wanted him to be.
Right.
And I know that my stepfather, well, ex-stepfather now, he's
Hmm.
my youngest brother's father, and he was a bit abusive. And my brother doesn't have a relationship with um, he doesn't have a relationship with his dad either.
Hmm.
And I try to I really try to be that person to be like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're still your father at some point. You know, you're gonna have to, try to make things right, even if you don't have the best relationship with him. Just still
Hmm.
try. But my brother doesn't want to have nothing to do with him. And my brother just turned 20 maybe 3 days ago, and I know I didn't talk to my father until I was like 23 or 24,
Hmm.
and now we're in a great space. So do you think that with time, no time
Hmm.
soon, but with time, as you get older, do you think that y'all could be at a place where y'all could be at least amicable? Because I don't know if y'all will ever be close. Sometimes, even though people are your parents,
Hmm.
it doesn't matter. It still could be a situation where y'all probably just never be in the best position to have a relationship. So, what do you?
um I feel like right now the way I'm feeling is no.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's just a lot of damage that was done, because that's just where we at now is just because of me being, gay. But even before that, it's certain stuff that I had to, deal with him, like seeing him like abuse women and stuff like that, seeing certain stuff growing up, having to experience stuff growing up. So it's just like right now I'm not in a place like with me. When you hurt me to a certain level, I force myself to become numb to you. So if it was ever a situation where he was like literally on his deathbed, then I will be there, to give my last words or speak or anything. But other than that, I don't have enough. It's nothing for us to talk about.
Well, I understand that.
Mm,
It's okay. I don't mean to sound like a damn therapist or a psychiatrist or anything like that, but it just seems like there's a lot of trauma there,
mm-hmm,
and it could, and that particular trauma could be a hand in maybe. how your anger issues. Do you have any anger issues?
I would say, at first I would say I didn't, but I get into stuff sometimes off the show too, and I had to really look at things like literally I snap, you know? Like when I was in my confessional and I was like the room started spinning, I stopped hearing what everyone was saying. I wasn't joking. That's something that literally happens. So literally I black out and lose control sometimes in certain situations if I get to that point. So I feel like I would say, yeah. I feel like it's something that eventually, not right now, but when I move out here, I do want to go talk to someone about, because it's literally like it's not good.
I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask you,
Mhm.
have you ever thought about seeking like therapy for that? Because I always ask people that because like I went to go see a therapist like maybe for the first time in like maybe 3 years, 3 years,
Mhm.
2 years ago. And I will say that it's a good thing to talk to somebody that's very unbiased, that doesn't know you, don't know your situation,
Right.
and it helps a whole lot because I know me, I too had an anger issue, and that's because I was angry with everybody.
Mhm.
So it's like now there's little things that happen, and I could just let it just roll off my back sometimes, or
Mhm.
you really don't see me upset until you just really take me there. Like and when
Right.
you take me there, it's a whole nother story. Like, this can might get thrown, it might that's just how my anger is, and I just tend to walk away from certain things. I find it easier to walk away rather than to just still sit there and go back and forth with somebody and get myself amped up.
Yeah, I just feel like with me, I have to. It was one time where I did walk away because I felt it coming on the show when I got into it with Ty. Like, now I feel like it helped the show help because I can feel when it's coming, like when I'm starting to black out. Because literally half of that argument I don't remember. But people don't know, like, I've been through a lot of stuff in life. So it got to the point where I kind of had this mindset like, who the fuck is anyone to try to embarrass me or disrespect me or treat me any type of way? What gives you the right to feel like you can do that and I'm supposed to just sit here and act accordingly? So
Hmm.
that mindset, it turned me into the person that I am, but it's also kind of toxic because sometimes I feel like I feel the need to get even, you know? So, and then
That's
that
that
makes
Pisces
me,
stuff.
yeah, it definitely is. I'm Pisces. So it makes me take it up a notch. So with certain things, it's like, oh, you got me. Well, I'm gonna get you harder. So that's it's a lot that plays into it, but I'm gonna talk to someone because I feel like as I'm getting older, I don't want to keep on because I'm not usually around none of that, you know? Like, I'm a homebody. I like to stay home. When I go out, I just don't have the patience. I had to grow up a lot faster than a couple of these boys on this cast while they was out doing their blogs and talking shit about people in different states. I was taking care of my little brother. I was going back and forth to school. I was taking care of my grandparents. So a lot of the childish, messy stuff that they do, it takes me to that point because it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't have the patience for it. So it pisses me off to that point because it's like all of this is unnecessary. And then they try to play in my face. Well, I don't wanna. I'm gonna wait till you ask more questions before I start going there. Go ahead.
Yeah, we gonna get it. I think at this point we're about to get back into the show. So
Right.
yeah, but I will say before we move on that I think I see a bit of maturity just by speaking with you at this point because you do have a sense of self-awareness and you know what the mistakes are and you know what the flaws are and you know what you need to work on. Because some
Mm-hmm.
people think that they're perfect and that and everything like that, and they really don't think that there's anything wrong with them, and they don't think that it's okay to say that something is absolutely wrong with them.
Right.
So I applaud you for having self-awareness because I know that I
Thank
have it.
you.
Because I know I have it too. Like I know that um, I can be distant, I can be aloof, emotionally vacant. I am an Aquarius, of course, so of course that
Hmm. Oh,
all of
you the
that.
same sign as Ken.
Yeah.
That's why we here.
What's his birthday?
February 18th.
Oh, mine is the 12th. So that's how So I know.
Right.
So I get it. So okay. So we can get into the show
Oh, Jesus.
a little bit. We can get into this show. Hold on, wait a minute. Everybody's texting me this morning.
Yeah, I'm hoping this do not disturb keep up because I don't. Let me not speak it into existence.
Right.
Nobody call my damn phone.
But yeah, so let's see, what's the first thing I want to get into? Okay, so when we start this season off, we meet new cast members.
Hmm.
I think there's who was new. I know Justin is new, Mitch was new. I hope I'm not forgetting nobody.
And JC on, but he. I mean, you saw him like twice, so it's just like.
Yeah, that's probably why I forgot. So when you came into this season, did you want to do anything different from what you did on the last season?
um, I wanted to show more of. I wanted to dive deeper into Chance. I wanted people to see more of me. Um, because I feel like last season, I gave them a loose something, but I wanted y'all to see like more of me having fun, more of me, like I wanted y'all to see me sad. I wanted to open, like I did later on, I wanted to open up about things, and I just wanted to show layers because I feel like on this show people see us for they see literally something that we could film for hours chopped up into a couple minutes, and they think that's all there is to us. Like that's like people think I'm an asshole. Yes, I am an asshole. Yes, I can be a bitch, but that's one part of me. That's not the whole me. So I wanted to give a little bit of everything. That was my main thing.
Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Hey, Terrence, whenever you're ready to pop in, the link is already in your email, Terrence, so you can pop in whenever you want to. Um, okay, so I'm sorry, people
It's
texting
cool.
me. Okay, so in my opinion, I could tell that when you came in, you didn't want to be on the same rah-rah shit as you. But I would say this, I don't. And people don't understand me when it comes down to this show, and they always
Hmm.
want to say I cape for you and all this other stuff. And it's not that I cape for you, because if you're wrong, I say it, but
Right.
I understand
Hmm.
you, if that makes sense. Like I feel like it's like a method to your madness in a sense. That's what I feel like. I feel like if you cool long as the person don't fuck with you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And
That's how
my thing is this is my problem with the people on this cast as far as getting I give everyone unless it was Montel in the beginning because we had issues. But I gave everyone a fair chance to you know, get to know me. But the thing is people like to do and say things on social media or on camera or throw shade when you're not around, and then me being the person that I am, I say something, and I ask about it. I inquire about it, like what's going on. Now it's I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what I did what I said. What are you talking about? So then I don't want to be fake. So I'm not gonna sit around you and not say something when I said something before when you wasn't around. So then it just starts to make me look crazy or angry or bitter. And that's where my frustration comes with these people, because it's like, you know what you're doing, and you're trying to make me seem like I'm crazy. So when
That's what I was saying. Go ahead.
mhm. So it's just like, that's what takes me from 0 to 100, because you're trying to make me feel stupid, but I understand it. I'm a charge it to the game, because it's people want to do stuff and say stuff to be liked. They don't really mean what they're saying. They don't really want to do what they're saying. They feel like they have to do it to keep their spot on the show. So when the issue is in their face, now it's like, oh, ooh, how you find out about that? Like, how you know so quickly? So it is what it is.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing because I have that thing with me where it's like I know what you did, and
Hmm.
I'm calling you out on what you did, but
Right.
you acting like you don't know what you did, and you're gonna look me in my face and tell me you don't know what I'm talking about. So when I'm confronting you about what the fuck you said or done or whatever else, and you want to look at me and say you don't know what I'm talking about, or you want to act like you don't know what I'm talking about, that just irks me. And the more you lie in my face, the more angry I become, and then it's kind of like
Exactly.
I'm the
And
one
it.
who winds up looking crazy,
Hmm. And it
you know.
never fails, because it's just like, as far as the comments and stuff, I don't really care about that, because at the end of the day, I know what happened. But it's a tactic. People are going to A lot of people are more likely to latch on to the person who seems more innocent and clueless, rather than the person who's coming off as rah rah or whatever. And it's happened with Montel. I literally said in my confessional, yeah, me and Montel had an argument, and his mom threatened to send people to my house to beat me up because they from the same hood that I'm from. People literally like, why is Chance so mad? Why he going after Montel? Why he doing this? Oh yeah, Spanky set me up on the phone call with Montel, and he tried to get us to fight each other by spilling tea on both sides. Why is Chance so mad? What's the problem? Da da da. Mitch come on there
Hold it
talking
right
all
there.
this.
Hold
Okay.
it right there. Terrence just came in here. Hold on one
Okay.
second. Hello,
Hey
Hey,
Terrence.
y'all, what's
Montel.
going on? I'm sorry I'm late. I was
What?
being a
It's
whore
all
and I had to
good.
kick the nigga out, so that's why I'm late.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you too. All right.
Continue. Well, we were all. Chance was late too, by the way. So let me get that out there.
Just like maybe 5 minutes, maybe. But
More like 15.
but
But
it's
go
just
ahead.
like, you know, just be real. Like the whole wait, can I don't know, do you want me to go this far ahead?
Where you trying to go?
Maybe like episode 3.
You can go there. It's
Oh,
fine. You
okay.
talking about when everything popped off with you and
Yeah, where everything
me?
popped off. It's just like the same day he spoke about me to that boy, when he really said the stuff that he was saying. That was the same day as Montel's party. It's just made to look like it was like at a
Oh,
later time. So literally the same day Justin told me what was said, literally after that scene, Mitch filmed in the little parking lot, the little garden right next to the restaurant, and he said what he said. Then, literally 2, 3 hours after that, we all went to Montel's party. So it's just like, when I'm coming to you and everyone's asking you what was said, and you're like, I don't remember, or I would, how you, that was literally a couple hours ago, brother love. Like, what are you talking about? And certain stuff don't get to be shown. Karan literally had to put down the camera and said, "Hey, you're gonna look crazy when this come out if you don't just say, okay, you said it, because it's on camera that you said it." So that's when he
mhm,
was like, "Oh, maybe I did say it." And at this point, I'm pissed off, because you literally in my face, like, I'm telling you, I didn't say anything that, and you know you said it. So it's just
right.
like, that's the type of stuff I go through with these people, and that's why I be agitated with them, because it's just like, you're grown. What you got to lie to me for? Just speak up. Own up to what you said.
I
Okay,
will
so
say this. That does make some sense. And I even said
yeah,
that in my review. I said, Mitch, listen, if you did it, say you did it. If you said it, say you said it. Like, because I don't like when people do that either. If you said it, say you said it. And I feel like how
yeah,
you just admitted it, probably none of that would have happened. Now, I was all in agreement with that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Because now that you explain how it happened, it makes it look like shit happened days later or
Yeah,
weeks
No,
ago.
that
yeah.
Or
was literally the same night. We all just changed our clothes. A lot of scenes we do. Sometimes we shoot like 2, 3 scenes a day. We gotta change or whatever. All of that happened in the same day. So it was just like, bro, what are you talking about? Now, as far as with Justin, I cannot control Justin. If Justin gets rah-rah and crazy with you, that don't have nothing to do with me. Literally, the first time I met Justin was that day we went to the gym.
Mm.
That's the
okay,
real. I don't Me and Justin, we don't go way back. That he chose to do that. That's not my issue, you know? So if I'm speaking to you, like, listen, this is what I'm hearing, this is what is being said. Don't I'm telling you, don't point in my face. You don't know where I came from, you don't know what I've been through. The hands in it, I don't like that. You don't know if I was abused. Don't do that. I'm being respectful. Yeah, we New Yorkers, we talk with our hands, but I'm not going at you with it. Talk to dude side to side or something. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I got frustrated because it's like, okay, I'm still trying to talk to you though. I have some respect for you because I'm not going crazy like Justin. Because if I wanted to, because I don't give a fuck, I could have just came in here and just punched you in your face off rip. But I'm trying to have a conversation with you because I know you said something. Because how would they know? You know? But it is what it is.
it makes a lot of sense to me now. It's like because everything happened within a day, so
Mhm.
that explains why emotions were high and shit
Right,
Mm-hmm.
like that.
right.
So
That
it
doesn't make
explains,
it, justifiable for me to put
yeah.
my hands on him. But, that's just it's just how it happened. I can't take it back. Ooh, fucking mosquito. Sorry. Okay.
Go ahead, Terrence. Go ahead and answer whatever you want to ask.
What you mean? Go ahead. Listen.
If you got any
I thought,
questions, I'm an open book. So whatever y'all want to ask, I'm open to answering. I won't get offended or anything.
Okay, so Lord Jesus, it was on the top of my head. Dear God. Go ahead, Scotty. I got a mental part right now.
okay. So when it comes down to the situation with you and Mitch and how it started, can you explain why you got why did it make you so upset that he
Yeah, that was
said
it.
that he slept with you?
Yeah.
Because when I was watching the show, I
Mhm.
took it as okay, and me and Terrence have had back and forth with this a lot when we talk about the show, even
Mhm.
off camera. When we discuss it. I'm the type of person I don't like people that kiss and tell. I don't like people that if I slept with you, you got to go around telling the world that we had sex, whether it's good or
Mhm.
bad. You got to tell everybody. It's just I don't like that. I'm just a private person when it comes down to who the fuck I decide to sleep with or what the fuck I decide to do. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I felt like watching it, being that he he said it to someone he did not know,
Mhm.
Justin, and then he said it to the guy that he was with on the show, and he said it in his confessional as well. But when he was confronted with it, he was acting like he didn't know what was going on. So, at least in my eyes, from watching the show. So, why was it? Why did you get angry because he said that he slept with you?
I feel like it was more of the intentions. If it was something that happened like a month before filming, a week before, then I'd be like, "Oh, okay, this is relevant to us," and I would have still been like, "Ew, like why?" But I wouldn't have been so irate. The fact that this happened, we filmed this in 2019. This happened in 2017. This is years ago at this point. Then you say it happened a year ago. That pissed me off because I was actually with someone a year ago. So if this had gotten back to them, that could have started problems in my more personal life off the show. You get what I'm saying? So for one, that's a lie. And it's just like your first group scene, you're talking about what we did. It's like it's not really what you did, it's your intentions behind it. Had you just said, you know what, we met up, we messed around or whatever, that would have been like, all right, whatever. But then you add on it was bad. So now you're trying to like embarrass me. And then the real tea is we didn't really do much of anything. We literally just messed around, little, kissing, cuddling, da da da. So it wasn't like that. So I feel like you just tried to make a situation out of nothing. If you're so talented and you can sing and you're just so uppity, you should have depended on that to make you interesting. Don't come on here talking about me to make yourself more relevant to this whole situation. That's what I felt about it. And the reason that Justin knew, I'm gonna keep it a buck, because the reason that Justin knew that Mitch said it was bad, because he didn't say it was bad to Justin. Karan actually, before we went to the back, Karan said, I just want to let you know, like,
Oh dear God.
he said, yeah, he said it was bad. So that's how Justin knew. And if you watch the episode back, Mitch was like, wait, I'm a little confused how you know that because I didn't
Yeah,
say that to you. So he was making a point. I didn't say that to you, but he did say it to the other
he
guy.
did. So he did say it, but he didn't say it to Justin.
Right. He said
Justin
it to
got
the
this wrong.
boy. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's what Pitts right before we went to that back room, Karan pulled us aside and he was like, I just want to add on the fact that he did say, that it was bad too. So it's just like on top of you telling people that we met up and making this whole narrative, you telling people it was bad too. And it's like people don't understand. Everyone's like, oh, he just told Justin, he just told the other boy. About 50,000 people can watch this, especially if it's a fight in the episode. Them episodes get views. You get what I'm saying? So whatever you tell on camera to one person, you're telling it to thousands of people because everyone is going to watch this. So I just felt like he was trying to embarrass me and I didn't do anything to you. So I was just
That's exactly how I feel. That's how I feel. That's why I was going
Okay.
hard on him. That's how I feel. Go ahead, Terrence.
Now listen, and I understand how you feel, and I definitely understand how Scotty feel. Trust me, I do. Now, this was me and El Teddy's whole issue.
right.
First of all, I'm glad you brought up what you said about Quran because it proved a lot about what I had to say about him, but that's a whole nother story. Our whole issue was because I get it. You probably had a little situation and you don't want that to get back to somebody because that
Right.
does make you look shady. I get all of that. My
Mm-hmm.
only issue was it to us, and maybe
Right.
it could be production how they made it perceived it, but to me and El Teddy, not Scotty. We all felt like everybody's ganging up on Mitch for what he said, but nobody is getting Justin together for his messiness. Because my whole issue is
Oh my
why
god.
are you probing that boy about how he knows somebody? You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like that's the way it came off. Like how you know him, how you know him, how you know him, how you know him. So of course a person is gonna say, "All right, bitch, we fuck." Like, is that what you want to know? Fine. That's what happened, and it's over with. Now I understand how you feel about the bad sex. That probably would have got to me too. You know what I'm saying? And all of that, wrapped up into one. But that was our perception of it.
Right.
Because to us, like I understand why you was upset with Mitch, but they made it seem as if the barrage was coming at Mitch and nobody asked Justin about, well, what was your motives for even bringing it up to him?
Yeah,
Because you're new just like he is. So was that your way of trying to be down with, you know what I'm saying, the OGs or whatever the case may be? You know what I mean? That's the way
yeah.
we're looking at it.
I was looking at it as because okay, I cannot speak on the day when him and Mitch was sitting at the table and Mitch first said it to him because I wasn't there yet. So
Mm,
I'm not going to even be fake and be like, well, production, no. But that day, when he told me, film, camera stopped rolling, and
mm,
Karan was like, don't you have something to tell Chance? So Justin was a little confused, like, what I gotta tell Chance? And he like,
mm.
tell Chance what Mitch told you the other day. And
See.
then that's when Justin said it. So that's why I wasn't mad, because it's just like, production, you following production, all right, do your thing. And then I also wasn't mad because if y'all notice, Mitch tried to hug me the night of the party.
Mm,
You tried to hug me, and by this point, you done talked about me twice.
mm,
So I'm not mad at Justin, because if Justin didn't tell me,
mm,
I truly and honest to God don't believe that Mitch would have just came out and said, "Oh yeah, I said that, we had sex and it was bad."
mm,
So me and Mitch would have been cool. We would have
mm,
been good, because that first group film in the share fair, we was actually like, oh yeah, we could go to the studio together, film or whatever.
mm,
But I would have been in this boy face, hugging, cool, yeah, dope or
mm.
whatever. And the whole time, when the episodes came out, I would have been looking like, what the fuck? So if Justin
That and
didn't
this is
say anything, I wouldn't have known, and I would have been even more pissed off, because it's like, okay, now you're gonna smile in my face this whole season, and you talking greasy on me. Mm-mm. So I wasn't mad at Justin. I didn't look at him in no type of way for that, because I still feel bad, because it's like, he got caught up with production. He's grown. He chose to say it. He could have, because there's been times where Karan told me to say certain stuff, and I said I'm not saying nothing. But I'm not gonna hold it against him, because I was happy I knew, because now I know. All right, let me stay away from this boy, because he on some other shit.
that's why, and I know that when we did our interview with Mitch the other night, I was accused of going light on Justin for most of the season, which I
You
don't feel
wasn't.
like to. I still don't feel. No, I wasn't. I don't feel like I was going light on him at all. I feel like when he needed to be called out, he was called out. I don't feel like he
Hmm.
did something that like outside of the stuff that he pulled with you and Mitch, and outside of him acting like he on WrestleMania all the damn time.
Oh
What
God.
else out on besides that?
Right.
He was hardly around like that. Like y'all didn't really film with him that much, according to the show, from what we see. So it's like, what else did I need to call him out on? And the reason why I didn't really hold the entire, cause see, this is why I mean, that's why I didn't agree with Terrence and LT on this particular thing, because they were all mad at Justin, and they felt like Justin should take the entire blame for it. At least that's how I took it when we were talking about it amongst each other. But I felt like
Hmm.
it's a 50-50 situation. Mitch had no business telling Justin, and Justin had no business telling you what was going on. But at the same time, they was like, well, why is Chance more upset with Mitch than he is with Justin? Like I told Terrence, why would he be upset with Justin? If Justin did not tell him, he never would have known what he said. So yes, it was messy of Justin in a sense. It's kind of like it was messy as fuck of him to tell you that, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, the bitch is being messy, but had he not told me, I would have been walking around with this boy, breaking bread with this boy, being cool with this boy, not knowing that he been out here talking shit about me behind my back.
But more than likely,
Exactly.
it would have been the same situation if Karan didn't probe him. And he knew all of this time, then he would feel the same way towards Justin, because I would too. Because my whole
Yeah,
thing would
and
be, you
I'll
chilling
keep it a
around
buck.
this boy and you ain't have shit to say to me.
You
I'll
talking
keep
about
it a
Justin?
buck.
Yeah.
I I'll
So
keep it a
you
buck.
go ahead, Tank.
If oh,
Go
oh
ahead.
if Justin didn't tell me, and he knew all that time and it came out, it would have been smoke for both of them. Cause it's
Mhm.
like, okay, you sitting in my face, I could be real and say that. But the fact that it was like, all right, I'm gonna put you on game, I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
so you good. You in my face, you let me know
Mhm.
was I'm not even mad at you, because now I'm
Mhm.
about to go deal with this one. But I feel like at the end of the day, everybody's grown. It's been people on this cast that I've done stuff with, It don't. I don't care if Quran tied me up and put my face in a bucket of water. That I'm not. I'm grown. I don't have to say anything.
Mm,
So it's just like Mitch. You chose to say something. Not only you just said it to Justin. You did a whole scene. Started talking about your father, and then started talking about me. So you did it twice.
mm,
Clearly, you knew you did something wrong because when you was confronted about it, you backtracked. You didn't know
mm,
if you wanted to say anything or not. So you know you did something wrong. Because if you felt like you didn't do it with no harmful intentions, as soon as I asked you, you would have been like, okay, yeah. So I said this, this, and that, and said this, and that, and this, and that. So it's just like it's a certain, psychology to all of this because that's my major, and I be paying attention to people movements, and that's how I make judgment on
mm,
these people. You get what
mm,
I'm saying? So
mm,
that's why I approached the situation the way I did, because it's like you're trying to play me and I don't like it because I didn't do anything to you.
mm,
Not one time before any of that did you see me throwing shade about anything
mm.
that he was doing. Karan cut it out, but when I was doing my little rap at the table, he was like, "Oh yeah, it's cool. It's a J. Cole sound. I like it." Da da da. Then when you get in the confessionals, oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that was. That was ill. I don't know about all of that because I watched season 2 and he never said that he was into music. He said he was. So why you on me, bro? What you were? It's just like, but when I say something or I do something, now I'm crazy, now I'm bitter, now I'm angry. No, just own up to how you feel. You don't fuck with me. That's what you came on here to say or do. Stick to that. Be real about
Mm.
your shit. You could have. It would have been interesting if you said it at the share fair while we are going back and forth with Spanky. You could have been like, "Oh yeah, so Chance, you remember we used to do this, this, and do speak your shit. Don't do
Mm,
it when I'm not around, and
mm.
then try to act different when I come through. I don't respect that."
I get it.
Okay, and well, this comment that I highlighted, it said Justin was straightforward about it, and I feel like Justin doesn't want to be seen as fake. So
I
this
mean,
for
Ty,
your
I
ass.
hear you. I still got my issues about Roy Rage. I listen. I do. That's still a messy punk in my book. I can never chill with him or
But
be around him. I got no time.
I mean, I couldn't
But
either. But this is trying to get you to see, though, Terrence. You just said that if Justin was in your face and he knew what Mitch had said about you, and you found out Justin knew about it, you'll be upset. But in the same breath, we want to drag him for telling Chance what he said.
no, I'm
It's
not
like,
trying to say drag him, but there's a motive behind everything. You're absolutely
I
right.
get, I get what he's saying. I think it's like, okay, it wasn't to like really, you know, fuck his whole name up about it.
Mhm.
However, some of that should have been placed on him because it's like, okay, everybody should be looked at kind of funny in this situation because these
Including
other two,
production.
these two, it was a two-part situation, you know. So I could understand, um, but I'm not mad with Justin.
I mean, I
Child,
get
I ain't
it.
trying to argue. Yeah,
I
like
get it.
it is
I
what
don't
it
want you
is.
to have
Now if
no
he,
problems with him. That's not there. I'm definitely not trying to do that. I'm just
yeah,
speaking for
no,
myself.
I know.
But
If he
with
if he
knowing
tell
all of
me,
that, how do
mhm.
you feel about production? Because it sounds like to me that only popped off because of production. They wanted that to be known so bad.
Y'all really want me to start saying how I feel about production?
Yeah,
Cause I
why
put the
not?
yep.
okay. Ooh, child. I feel like production. First of all, production. It's Quran. Um, it's not a good producer. I feel like sometimes the way things go on the show is kind of disgusting because there are times where us as cast members we don't really care about this shit. You get what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
it's just like, okay. Oh my god, can y'all get that together, please? Thank you. Um, but it's just like with him, he feels like drama. That's it just feels like it's no substance sometimes. Like even with Justin as a cast member, it's like I love Justin or whatever. Okay, cool, you love Justin, but where's the middle ground?
Right.
Where can we have a conversation without him being ready to flip a table or choke
Right.
slam somebody?
Right.
Where do we have a sense of, okay, we can talk to him without it being an issue? When can we have a filming where we're all around each other, everybody, and it doesn't have to be an argument or a
Right.
squabble or some he say she say?
Right.
The editing, why do we have 22-minute episodes? You've been doing this for years. The episode should be at the fucking least 35 to 40 minutes. Why
Mm-hmm.
are the recaps so fucking long? Why can you not edit these episodes to where we have a mixture of everything? You have
Mm-hmm.
some episodes where it's literally draining to watch because there's so much negativity in the span of like 30 minutes. It's just straight up mess.
Mm-hmm.
Can you mix it up? You cannot tell me that all these big names want to work with this show and you put your hand in your email and you pick Justin and Mitch as the new cast members. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot, all of these things become a factor. And I just feel like with production, I don't feel like he's passionate about it anymore. You can tell the
Right.
editing, ew, nasty. It just seemed like you want the recognition, you want the YouTube checks, you want to be recognized as the producer, but you're not living up to that title. That's
Thank
just
you.
how I feel.
I've
Oh
been
wow.
saying that in my reviews most of this season. I done said it. Just like with you. It's a shame all we got to see for the first half is you arguing with Mitch, but you're a rapper and you know you're into psychology and stuff like that. See, we don't get to see that. All we get to
And
see is the arguing, the cussing, the fighting, the hitting, and it's like, where's the substance? Where's the balance?
let me I'm gonna speak on that too, because people be like, why y'all don't like doing why no one doing that much business scenes or come up scenes or whatever the case may be. This is the thing. Karan picks and chooses when he want to come out here. It's been some times where literally he's coming out here. I don't know. I have to look at his story and it says in New York. And I'd be like, oh, you out here? Yeah, I'm out here. Let's film. I work. I don't sit
Mm-hmm.
at home and collect no check from nowhere except for now because the unemployment hitting because of COVID.
Right.
But what during filming, I work 40 hours a week. I work retail. I work at American Eagle. You get what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So I can't you can't just pop up out here. The little photo shoot that we did, you made sure to show the whole conversation of me and Ken talking about Justin and Mitch and that whole situation, but literally 15 seconds of us taking pictures. You was late to that thing. You get what I'm saying? He was
Mm-hmm.
about an hour late to that thing. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just like if I book a studio session, if I book a place for us to have like a sit down or a nice event, if I was at a showcase or whatever, if you're not punctual all the time with your time, I'm not spending my money by the hour just for you to be late as hell and me to be pissed the fuck off. So
Right.
that's why we don't have that many come up scenes or business scenes because he's not too punctual. He's not reliable as a producer. Um, when it comes to season 2, I was in school for psychology. I told him, like, let's capture some scenes of me in the school and we could do this and we can do that. Or I even wanted to have a scene to originally talk about the relationship that I had with my father. He
Mm-hmm.
wanted me to have my actual father on the show. I said, that's not going to be good. My
Right.
father doesn't like gay people. He gonna see you holding a camera to his face with pink hair. He's not gonna be with it. Now, oh well, I don't want to do the scene then. Why can't I just talk about it? Why can't I'm a cast member? Let me tell my story. Capture me going to college. Capture me being a human being that I am on this show. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
like these other people. I don't do hair. I like to write. I'm not trying to sell glasses or lashes. I don't sing. You get what I'm saying? Capture me. But he, at the end of the day, he gets to choose what he feels like is interesting enough to be on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that's just what it is when it comes down to that.
Dear
Mm,
God.
mouthful.
What happened?
I said that was a mouthful.
But I'm glad you said that because it speaks volumes because that's what the rest of us that review the show we have said. Like if all
It,
like, and now Teddy said it the best. He said if this was just depicting messy lives of New Yorkers and that's all that this
Mhm.
show is about, I will be here for it because I know what the premise is. But don't
Right.
say it's a come up, but all we're seeing is drama and tomfoolery. That's
Right.
when it becomes draining.
Yeah, I mean, like with anything, it has to be a balance with anything that you do. You can't do a lot of the same shit over and over again. That's even with our YouTube channels, for example. Like, yeah, we talk about, these shows and shit like that, but there's some things we have to educate people on sometimes.
Mhm.
And I feel
So,
like with this, I'm not faking no shit for no show. Cause I have text messages, which is messy as fuck too. Cause Karan shouldn't be leaking text messages of him and other cast members.
Thank
But
you.
I have a text message of Mr. Mitch and Karan's conversation, and Karan literally said, "What you got going on? Nothing. Well, I can help you do this. I can help you do that. I can." I'm not. The come up is on the come up and off the come up. I'm
Mhm.
not waiting till the come up comes around to be like, "Hey, friend, you look fashionable. Take me to Zara and make it look like you picking me out for a look for a video shoot that we'll probably never see because it's not really happening. I just want to make it seem like it's something going on. You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So it's just like I'm a real ass nigga. I said it when I came back. I told y'all in my first confessional, I wasn't really doing shit last year, but arguing. I'm not on here to fake it for nobody. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's just it assessed me because it's certain stuff a lot of us wants to do, but he's not always reliable, and we don't want to waste our money.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just
Mhm.
like it's a bunch of stuff. I actually wanted to have like a little counseling session. You get what I'm saying? And I had one of the professors from my school. We were supposed to do it in season 2. We were
Mhm.
supposed to go and have a classroom. And I wanted all the cast members to sit around and all this, but Quran is not reliable, and I'm not wasting nobody's time, nobody's money,
Mhm.
no none of that. So it's just like it just won't happen. We supposed to
Mhm.
have a whole cabin trip after that situation. The season ended early. Ooh, don't get me started. The season ended early, he said, because of COVID. It wasn't because of COVID. It's because back in February, before this whole pandemic even started, before they even started shutting down shit, he left us to go film Miami and never came back. He probably came back one time. He did not finish our confessionals.
Mhm.
The confessionals for the second half of episode 9 are
Mhm.
not the confessionals that we supposed to have. Notice in the season finale, we barely had confessionals, and if we did, they wasn't really talking about the situation. I'm
Yeah.
sitting here talking to Montel about what happened last night in episode 9, and you see a confessional of me saying, "This is about to go left." What the fuck is about to go left? We
Right.
just talking. It's no art. What's about to go left? The shit is stupid. But you get on here and you say, "Oh yeah, we had to stop filming because of COVID." That's a fucking lie. You stopped filming us to go film another city and left us hanging. So
I
it's
had a
just like how
feeling
much
about
we
that.
exactly.
I
So
did
it's
because
just
I
like
said, if this is supposed to be the season finale, why are we seeing a new person? That made no sense to me. I said, why are we seeing a new person? And why are you just now bringing JC back? Like, what can the both of them give us now that we're in the season finale? Like, I was confused. Like he said it. He said if it looks confusing, it's because of code. And I believed it. I said, well, maybe it is. I mean,
no, he went to
I
go
gave him the
film.
benefit of the doubt.
He went to go film Miami. We were supposed to do a cabin trip after the bowling scene thing. The reason it didn't happen was because apparently he told Ty he could come back to the show. And then
Mm,
after that scene, he turned around and said he didn't want him on the show no more. So then O'Neill was like, "Well, then I quit the show because that's bad business. Why would you let me bring this boy back onto the show and then tell him now he can't do it after that one scene? We supposed to go to the Poconos. It was supposed to be the whole cast, everybody, and we supposed to stay in the cabin for a whole week. That would have set the second half of the season good because who knows? Me and Mitch will probably be friends right now
right.
because we probably all would have got drunk, spoke, connected. We would have been in the house stuck together. We would have had to interact. We could have came to understanding, gotten to know each other. But
Hmm.
because you let your personal feelings or your bad business or your unprofessionalism get in between that, you fucked up your show. You
I
didn't
agree.
have to add nobody else. You didn't. You didn't have to add that new boy. Ty, imagine Ty Mouth mixed up with Justin and Mitch, and then the rest of us. That would have been
Mhm.
T in the cabin. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was, it was gonna be good, but you fuck it up because you're not a producer. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you want. As a cast member, I should not be calling restaurants to see if we could film a group scene there. What are you
Yeah, that's
producing?
not
The
your
only
job.
thing I Yeah, that's your job. What are you producing? The only thing I should be responsible for is if I want to film in the studio, I could find a studio and I'll pay for it. But for a group scene, why am I calling and emailing restaurants to see if we can film there? That's what you're supposed to do. Why is O'Neal setting up scenes? That's what you're supposed to do. But you want to get on live and say that we're hard to work with and we're unprofessional, but you be staying at cast members' houses while you're out here so you can film.
Oh dear God.
Don't play with me because you get everything. You get the money, you get the recognition. Every now and then you get read because of your badass editing, but you get most of the positive stuff. This is volunteer work. We don't get no money. We get judged. We're in the middle of drama. It's mentally draining sometimes coming to film and knowing that you have problems with people. You get
Hmm.
what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
have Mitch online trying to say that I have HIV and that's how I got my New York apartment. I have to deal with
Oh
all
God.
of this shit. Yeah, and I have the rap of that too. I got all my receipts because I'm a real ass nigga. I don't play them games. We don't lie over here. So it's just like I don't fuck with that as a producer. You're not being professional. You're not holding up to your end of the bargain.
Hmm.
So that's where, and half the time, by the time we start actually filming, we're already aggravated as fuck because we have to deal with production. We have to deal with, we got to a club and you told us we have a section to film in, but that wasn't the whole truth. And when we get there, now we got to find a totally different place to film.
Jesus Christ.
I got work in like 2 hours and I agreed to try to come film the scene real quick before then, and you're a whole hour late. So now I'm stressing. It's not as easy and fun as it looks sometimes, and production don't make it no better. You should not be fucking photoshopping and editing your pictures more than you edit them damn episodes. I'm not here for it. So that's how I
Yeah.
feel about production. But
I said,
Ollie's a good producer. But yeah, go ahead.
I say it in my reviews all the time. I said, Quran, I will not be back until you go to somebody film school and know the proper ways of doing a reality show. I said, I can already tell you ain't go to school for this. And if you want to try to make it on a much bigger network or platform, they're not gonna put up with no bullshit like that. Like it's unprofessional. Just like because I see him go live all the time, spilling all kind of teas, and I'm like, well, you're an executive producer. You shouldn't have a dog in the fight. Like, why are you basically letting everybody know that you got your hands stirring in the pot and all of the calamity that's going on around here? But then you
Yeah, I
get
just
called out on it, and then you want to elevate yourself back up to EP. That's Shawnee O'Neal shit. I ain't here for it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I just feel like as being a it's been people that quit the show all the time. Mitch quit the show. That's why he wasn't in the season finale. After that scene where Spanky got the drink thrown on him,
Mm-hmm.
Mitch was supposed to be there because I didn't watch the episode, so I don't know if they put it in there, but there was a rumor supposedly made by Mitch that him and Ken, basically the same shit that happened with me and him happened with him and Ken.
Mm-hmm.
So that was supposed to play out that night between him and Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch quit because apparently Karan was supposed to make it to one of his scenes and he didn't because he was filming us. So Mitch quit, went online, exposed audio recordings of Karan, and said he was going to sue him for defamation. And then that's how I got the emails and texts between him and Mitch because he put it out on social media. So you
Mm-hmm.
have people that quit the show, try to tarnish your brand, that talk mad shit about you, and you're so quick to let them back on here and not is nothing's a problem. But I can't feel away because you literally stopped filming us to go film another city because I'm trying to stay on here and stick it out because you just lost the mix up. You lost Mitch. I don't like the bitch, but he's a mix up. O'Neal, you lost O'Neal, you lost Ty. It was boring. You had to add new people because all of us is cool. The only people that wasn't cool was Montel and Justin and Montel and Spanky. We was chilling.
Mm-hmm.
So we trying to, I'm like, well, what are you gonna do? You gonna add new people? You gonna try to get them back? What are you gonna do? And you just drop the ball on everything and just go and leave. That's
So that,
disrespectful.
okay, it makes sense now, Terrence, to me now because it's like this is why we didn't see O'Neal anymore after
Mm-hmm.
that episode time because he quit after that
Hmm.
basically. So it's like,
Yeah.
it, and when we were honestly, Chance, when the show comes on live, we have an Instagram group and we sit and we chat in the midst of the show.
Hmm.
And we all said, why is this new boy here? This is supposed to be the finale. Why is this new boy here? We don't even know him. Why is he here? Why would they even bring him in? And that's why I didn't even review the damn episode, to be honest. I didn't even waste my time giving commentary. Terrence wasted his fucking time. I
Yeah,
didn't.
I did. I hung in there, girl.
I did not do it. I wasn't going to waste my fucking time, period. So, no. But it makes a lot of sense. So, basically, I'm sitting here watching the show thinking that they only brought Ty, kind of like, if you've seen Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, that, what season was that? Season three. And they had brought Hazel E on the very last episode to confront Masika. I felt like this was the same type of situation. Okay, they're bringing Ty on the show to hash out whatever he need to hash out with Montel, and then he's going to be gone. Never once did
Right.
I think they were bringing Ty back on the show, like to bring him back into the show. Period.
Right.
Like I never would have thought that. Wow.
We was
But
trying. We
go
was
ahead.
trying to get. Huh?
Go
Oh,
ahead.
we was trying to get Ty back on the show from the beginning because regardless of how people feel about Ty, he's good for TV. He gets the things going. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like he gets the scene moving. You see how he just showed up that one night and all of that popped off, which was
Mm-hmm.
horribly edited, by the way, because there was a lot more to that. But it was just like we've been trying to get him on there because season two, people like season two. You get what I'm saying? And you can see the difference between how many people is reviewing the come up now than they was last season. People are starting to see it more. So we was just like add Ty back. We wanted Andre back. We wanted to keep that chemistry that we had on season two. You added Justin and Mitch. Okay, cool, whatever, fine. But it's like you can't just say, oh yeah, you're back on the show, and then now it's like, oh yeah, well, I don't really want to work with you no more. So why did you add him back?
Okay,
it
see that,
it
and since you brought up season two,
hmm
I personally feel like season two was y'all best season.
I
That's
feel
what
that
made
way too.
that's what made me want to review this show more consistently this time around because of season two.
Hmm.
So who I was okay. Why okay, I don't know if you know why they're not there, but I'm gonna ask you anyway in case you have any answers. Why wasn't Andre back? Why wasn't Aubrey back? Why wasn't Fitz back? And why wasn't Ty back from the beginning? Why wasn't those people back? I don't even
Okay,
care for
so
Fitz was good for the TV. And why didn't Ant Dog and Raekwon come back either?
um Raekwon and Karan got into their little falling out because Raekwon didn't like the way he was edited. um Ty, he wasn't back because if y'all remember, he wasn't at the reunion last year. So the rule is that if you don't show up to the reunion, you're not gonna be back on the show. So that's why he wasn't back from the beginning. Andre peeped what I just said. He peeped that last season. So he was like, I'ma check out because I don't need this. If it's not gonna be up to par, if it's not gonna be about something, then I'm good. Like I don't want to do it. Aubrey, she was living her best life in LA or some shit, so she couldn't be around. So am I missing anybody? Fitz.
I think
Fitz
Fitz and Christian and Ant Dog.
Fitz wanted. Oh yeah, and Doll he quit. He just didn't want to do it, and he didn't show up to the reunion either. Fitz, at some point, I was told he wanted to come back, but his boyfriend wasn't having it. Um,
Mhm.
Me and Fitz actually saw each other at my job one day. We ain't like do anything to each other, but I reached out and I was like, I think you should come back and explain some things. I don't think none of us was like, oh, we just gonna attack him or anything. So it's just like, I think it'll be good for us to, have that conversation so that we can move on. Because a lot of people think that I just went outside and attacked Fitz. What had happened was Fitz, his brother, his boyfriend, and another friend, before the cameras got outside, they was outside jumping Spanky.
Mm.
So we all like,
Mhm.
okay, you had me yelling at you, Raekwon yelling at you, O'Neal yelling at you, all these other people. Why are you jumping Spanky?
Right.
So they
So
jumped him.
yeah, they were jumping him, like literally in the middle of jumping him. That's why when the cameras go outside the reunion, you see everybody running and the brawl just started. It been started before the cameras came out there. Cause if you
Oh, okay.
notice, you would have to literally like really look at it. I was one of the first people outside. You could see me walking before the craziness happened. I'm thinking we about to go around the corner and get busy. They said, fuck that. We doing that right outside. So as I'm up the block, I'm looking and Spanky's literally standing there and you see just a whole gang of people attack him. So that's how it got crazy like that. And then that's why I attacked Fitz because you're a punk ass. Wait, we cool now. But in that moment, I felt like, you're a punk ass bitch because why are you jumping Spanky of all people? Y'all know what Spanky did. Why jump Spanky? Jump me.
Right.
Jump
Right.
Raekwon. Jump
Right.
O'Neal. So
Right.
that's why we whooped his ass like that because now you trying to jump the weak link
Right.
and that's not cool.
Right. I agree.
Okay. I remember when the reunion came out, I saw comments like giving you guys flack for basically like jumping Fitz and Spanky. Oh, when everybody was trying to fight you, you didn't do shit, and now you want to kick him. Now I see why he kicked his ass while he was on the ground because they had already
Yeah, and
jumped
then
him.
I wasn't mad at him for that because they if we didn't care, they would have just been out there jumping him. It was the security wasn't doing shit clearly. I see all that shit that was going on. So Karan wasn't outside. The only reason the fight that y'all saw with me punching Fitz, that was recorded off of someone's phone and he just edited it into the episode. Ali had all the footage of O'Neal and them's fight. It was cut out. I don't know why. I think it was because someone threatened to sue or something like that. So
Hmm.
he had their whole brawl with the boyfriend and all of them. So, for Fitz, it became more of a safety issue with him and his boyfriend. His boyfriend, I guess, I don't know. I guess his boyfriend felt like we was just there to attack him. But I feel like it was a situation that just went too far. It was
Hmm.
heated. It was a lot of social media stuff going on. And at the end of the day, we're a cast, keep it with the cast. Don't bring your family and friends and
Oh
get
yeah.
involved, huh?
Hmm.
Because we would, we're still gonna protect each other at the end of the day. Because whether we gonna argue to make up, it's a show.
Right.
That's just what's gonna happen. So
Right.
that's why that escalated like that, and that played a part with Fitz not coming back. But I feel like he wanted to come back, but I felt like he just didn't think it was a good move after speaking with his peoples.
Hmm. Because I
So it.
remember I didn't see last season. I saw the finale and then I saw the reunion. And it was the
Mhm.
reunion that put me on the fence about watching it. Because I said, wait a minute. Now I'm all here for getting it on. But when I'm seeing somebody literally getting stomped the fuck out in these New York
Mhm.
streets, like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, well, where's security at? Like, you know what I mean? It was just, it was painful to watch. I could see how some people could call it entertainment. But for me, it was a little painful to watch. That's why I was like, well, I don't really know if I really want to fool with season 3 like that. I don't want to see nobody get stomped out now. I said, wait a minute.
Because it wasn't supposed to be like that. Because literally the whole season, if you watch season 2, we had a lot of arguments, but nobody fought. That
Mm,
shit, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't there, but that shit with Chrissy and Tarzana and a little boy or whatever, that little altercation, I think that was scripted. But everything else, we had a certain respect for each other. Not to,
mm,
it got heated sometimes, but we didn't put our hands on each other.
mm,
So it's just like the reunion. I honestly feel like if he didn't have those outside people, we would have been fine. Because if we wanted to beat up Fitz, we would have did it on the season finale. You get what I'm
right,
saying? So
right.
it's just
Right.
like it. It's just a situation that got really out of hand. Not one of our shining moments, but it is what it is.
Hmm. Lord, are you gonna be watching the reunion? I heard you wasn't up there, but are you gonna be watching it today?
Um, ooh. um, I might. I don't know. I might. I'm over it. Like I said, I feel like Chase and Dallas had a physical reunion. I feel
Mm,
like we could have. I feel like, Karan just didn't want to come out of pocket. He was being lazy. I honestly feel like we could have even did it Love and Hip Hop style, the way when Tommy first got on there, where they did it segment by segment and like an Airbnb and had us in
hmm.
person. I'm not a big fan of doing the virtual stuff because we've been doing that for months over social media, going back and forth. And I
Right,
told Karan I do not feel comfortable with someone claiming that I have STDs and all these things going on. I don't feel comfortable going back and forth with them on the camera
right.
because now I'm not in the flesh. Not saying that I'm anyone to be scared of, but since I'm not in the flesh, they're gonna be more amped to say and do certain things. Like when he was like in the promo, if you was here, I would whoop your ass again to Justin. But when I punched you, you talking about pressing charges. Pick one. You a thug or you
Right,
legal? Like
right,
what's the vibe? So I'm
right.
I'm not a big fan of that type of energy. And I said, and all the stuff that I just told y'all with the Miami stuff and him I'm like, I'm good. I'm done giving you,
Yeah,
my content,
yeah.
So I'm pretty sure, I mean, ooh, I'm not supposed to say that. But I know it'll be entertaining for y'all.
Listen, I had no intention of watching it. The only reason why I was because when I went laugh with Mitch, he was like, "Please watch it and review." I said, I guess because I mean I'm not a huge fan of the virtual thing either. Like I
Hmm.
was really expecting a physical reunion because I was ready to see how things were going to end, who was going to make up, who was going to still be. But you can't do that effectively on Zoom. You
Exactly.
can't.
And it was gonna be tea. Like it was gonna be tea because I had questions for her. I had some things to ask Justin. I had something. I It would have been interesting, because I've been
Mhm.
seeing stuff on social media with some of Justin's friends, and I'm trying to like, what's it's something I need to know. Like, what's good? Like,
Right.
So it's just like I'm not about the social. I don't like that. I didn't grow up like that. I grew up around all that ghetto shit. So I'm a little ghetto. Let's speak like men in person. This social
Right.
media bullshit, I'm not a fan of that. And I don't like it because it's like you had people that quit the show. Mitch quit the show, try to expose you or whatever, and he refused to come to a physical reunion. Now that it's not a physical reunion, now he's all for it. I don't like that. I don't. So it's just like I'm good. You got people from Atlanta on there. I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I
Yeah.
just get that.
I guess maybe because literally everyone declined. So maybe he had to fill it in somehow. But it's just weird. You got Dion going at Spanky, but it's like, sis, on your reunion, you know what happened to you on your reunion. You get what I'm saying? Like all of this is weird. That weird energy.
Right.
So
Okay,
I'm not a fan of it. I'm not gonna be a part of that. That's weird.
Right.
okay. Well, first of all, shout out to Ed because she's in here,
Hey,
and
Ed.
I wanna ask this question. Since piggybacking off her,
Hmm.
it's about Spanky. Do you think that Spanky is messy, or do you think he gets a bad rep? He doesn't intentionally. He doesn't try to be messy intentionally, but he comes across messy. Do you just think that being messy is in his character?
Um, I think he's messy. Um, I feel like he doesn't want things. His intentions aren't for things to get crazy, but I don't. He's Spanky just he just does the wrong thing sometimes. Like with the whole the first scene when we were sitting at the table, he came to my house. He know me and Montel don't like each other. He know Ty and Montel don't like each other. But he agrees to call Montel on FaceTime and let Montel talk mad shit about us and all these other things and let us listen in the background. The real tea with that is Montel was supposed to come to the season finale filming, and he said that he was gonna bring people to fight me, Raekwon, and Ty. That's why we came on there and everybody was aggravated because we was thinking he was about to roll up with his peoples. That's why Ken was on there because Ken was like, wait,
Oh,
what type of energy he giving? So we was already agitated as fuck because from that FaceTime call literally the night before, we heard over the phone that Montel was bringing people to that season finale filming of season 2, and it was gonna be a big thing.
Mm.
So it's just like Spanky, you going back and forth, but while you doing that with me, you're going back to him, telling him stuff or whatever. It don't matter if we already don't like each other. You're still wrong because you're not
Right.
trying to make it better. You're
Right.
trying to push the thing, and you're telling Montel. I didn't know he told Montel that me and Raekwon was gonna jump him. We never said anything about jumping him. So it's just like that's why on season 3 when we came in, we all looking at him kind of funny because it's like, well, what type of time are you on?
Right.
You do these things, and then when we ask you about it, it's like, girl, I
Mhm.
don't know. Yeah, I did it, but what's the big deal? The big deal is if we all started brawling and killing each other, because when these cameras go off, shit, it's still very real.
Right.
You would have had something to do with that. And that's a safety problem. And you don't see the problem with that. And that's why we all be looking at Spanky like, okay,
well, what is your
that's why.
relationship with him now?
Um, I don't have a problem with him at this moment. I kind of let the only person that I say if I see them it's not gonna be good is Mitch. Um, but I don't have a problem. We did have like a problem before because he was talking shit in his after show about stuff that I was saying in episode 1 or 2, but I told him I was popping shit. So I told you I was popping shit before this came out, and now you're popping shit back to something I already told you about. I was like, my bad. Look, this gonna come out. So I just felt like that's weird. Like that's phony.
Mhm.
So right now we good. I don't have a problem. I Spanky's not someone to have a problem with.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just it's just like it is. That's why when Montel threw the drink or whatever, because Montel was talking about, I want to hit this bitch. I was like, don't hit him. You're gonna look crazy. He was just running from you outside,
Right.
like just because at that point they argued a lot throughout the season. It was edited out, of course, but it was just like, whatever. Do what you got to do, but don't hit him.
Right.
Don't just haul off and punch him. Y'all not friends. Okay. That's why with Spanky, we was not friends after we spoke about it. It was just like, you're here. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be cool. Cause like I
Mhm.
know who you are now. So why same thing with Mitch. I could have kept attacking him. It makes no sense. I know how you are now. So I'm gonna deal with you accordingly.
Right.
At that scene where Justin was slamming on the table when O'Neal and Mitch got into it, me and Mitch got into it, and it's just like, cause they was ooh, I don't want ooh. O'Neal said something along the lines like, "Oh, you didn't get to Chance how you wanted to, but you got to Justin how you wanted to." That
Mm,
started the argument. All I said was, "Well, if anyone feels like they got snuck or they want to get to me how they want to, it's always space and opportunity. You
right,
even got to tell me you coming. Now, I
right,
charge it to the game. Sneak me too. We could do what it do. You get what I'm saying? So
right.
it's just like I'm not gonna keep on going at someone and I already know who they are. It's draining. I'm just
Mm,
gonna after that first argument, cool. Told Spanky, I'm not gonna curse you out or anything, but this is how I feel, and it
mm,
is what it is. Then in your confessionals, I feel like I'm being ganged up on. I feel attacked. The only person that attacked you verbally was Justin,
mm-hmm.
and he wouldn't have attacked you physically because I wouldn't have allowed it to happen.
Right.
If Justin tried to fight Spanky, I wouldn't have allowed that to happen. It would have been like, okay, you're doing too much. Because me and
Mm,
Ken was already sitting there like, sis, he better keep that over there.
right.
Wrong road over here.
Right.
Keep that over there with Spanky. Keep it over there with Mitch. Wrong road over here. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's just it's Spanky and I don't want no problems with Spanky. I don't want him to beat me up or anything or hit me like he's about to beat up Montel. I don't want no
Oh
problems.
God.
Now you know.
But I don't think he's a sweet boy. Um, off of that. You know, a lot of these people, they're off the show. They're cool. They're chill. Even Mitch, his vibe when I first met him, he seemed very mature. He seemed very nice. We was talking for like a month or two before we even met, and we was connecting. He was DL. I just got put out the closet by my ex, so I was talking to him about that, and it was cool. But when these cameras come on, it's just like whoa, oops, thought I knew you. I guess not. So it's weird,
Right.
weird
Oh,
energy.
okay, so what about the social media stuff that's been going on since the show started? And I know that Terrence and I had well, no, I can't say well, yeah, Terrence and I, because it's just me and him on. But me, Terrence, and LT had a conversation with Mitch on the interview that we did with him, and he was basically talking about the social media wars between the two of you guys. And he said that he said the stuff about you having a clap, and that's why you got your apartment was in response to something that you said about him first. I don't know. I don't really remember what he said that you said, but apparently, I guess you went live and you said something about him, and then that's why he came up with the whole you got the class and that's why you got your apartment. And then, he also said that you had been harassing him on social media. That's something else. So I want you to address.
He did say he was wrong though. He said that after all of that, he did say he was wrong. He said, I know I was wrong for that. That I was wrong for that. He said, but you're not gonna come at me first and then think I'm not gonna say nothing to you. But he did say he was wrong. He did.
Let's say it like this. Mitch, he came at me the same day back in December. This was in December. The same night he blew up on Quran, he came at me and Ken on social media.
Mm,
Let it go. January, on live about me again. Let it go. The first episode, I went live. I was live watching the episode. When his scene came up, I started laughing. I was cracking the fuck up. Yes, I was laughing. That's it. They was talking shit about him in my comments. I was laughing at it. So I guess he probably saw that. And then I get tagged in a post because his original page was blocked. I get tagged in a post
mm,
and he said his little rap about me.
mm,
He said his rap about me and he said the clap got me in my apartment. The only STD in New York that gets you your apartment is HIV.
mm,
So you're alluding to the fact that I have a Hassa apartment. I found that very disrespectful because I inherited the apartment from taking care of my grandmother who's now deceased.
right,
So I went on social media and I spilled the tea that Montel told me, which was apparently one of Montel's friends sells Mitch drugs. We not talking about MJ, marijuana, weed. We talking about that hard shit. So I was like, oh, okay, Methy Mitch. Went on there, started calling him Methy Mitch. And ever since then, it's just been back and forth. We got into y'all familiar with Bigo Live, the
Yeah,
app?
Uh-uh,
yeah.
I'm not.
So um a couple people from Bigo Live, we was on FaceTime. They watched the show. They got into it with Mitch over some stuff. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And we was on group FaceTime. One of them had his number and they added him in the group FaceTime call. Me and Mitch started arguing in the group FaceTime call because I asked him, I was like, why are you like on social media trying to say that I have a Hassa apartment? And he started going, "You're a thought, you're this, you're a hoe, you don't have a come up, you don't have this, you don't have that." And I'm like, Mitch, do you want to just, you feeling the way because I punched you in your face? Just come fight. We ain't even gotta tell nobody. Just come fight right now. He like, "Oh, you don't want smoke with me?" That I'm like, Mitch, you call the cops. What are you? What smoke are you talking about?
Lord.
Like, and he's like, you know what? I'ma send my address to your phone and come pull up. I was like, okay, do that. I wasn't pulling up, bitch. You're not about to get me locked up. But he still ain't even send the address. So after that, I had posted some screenshots on my story, and these random numbers started
I
texting
saw
my
that.
phone. Yeah, talking about, oh, you have HIV and your whole family is sick, and we're gonna beat you the fuck up. We're gonna beat Justin the fuck up. And when I see you, it's just a bunch of crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden, since you have access to my number, I'm receiving these crazy texts. You want me to believe you don't got something to do with that?
Right.
Okay. So it's just been a lot of stupid shit. Mitch is a blogger. He's used to popping shit on social media from behind pages and used to being able to be messy and not being
Mm.
confronted by it because he's a blogger. So this is new to him. This is new for him to say things and do things, and he has to be confronted with the issue. He don't know how to take it. Mitch can read. I'm not going back and forth with a liar because he was just on live the other day saying I have bad body odor. What the fuck are you talking about? Like he
Oh
just
God.
says a bunch of weird shit. So I told him, when I see you, I'm punching you in your face. Cause every time I try to leave it alone, you take it up a notch. That
Mm-hmm.
comment about the clap in the apartment, I'm not forgiving that. Every time I be like, let me let it go with Mitch. Let me let it go. He's probably not even that bad of a person. Let me leave it alone. You're on live about me again. Someone sending me a screen recording of you talking shit about me. Somebody, multiple people in my inbox, like he's on live talking about you, and it's just like, are you obsessed? Like, what's wrong with you? Leave me alone.
Because like I asked you that to get your side on it because like I said, according to him, the rap came from you calling him Mickey Mitch.
Yeah, that's a lie. That came,
And
Methy Mitch came after.
and it's you basically being the aggressor on social media than it is him. I don't follow him on social media, so I don't know what he's doing. But I don't know. That's why
He
I asked you to address that.
he's blocked me. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not trying to boast or say anything. I grew up in the hood. Social media is not my vibe. Let's duke it out. Let's go toe to toe if it's that serious. Let's talk in person. We could talk on the phone. It's either we gonna talk about it and move past it, or what's next after that. The social media stuff is not my thing. Before I argue with you on social media, I'll tell you to pull up. Like I've been saying. You say you've been to my Section 8 apartment, pull up. Let's talk. You want to sue me for saying that I don't even know if you even know how to fucking sue. Like, come serve me my papers so I could beat your ass. You get me? Like, I'm not. That's the only reason I go on social media and pop my shit because that's the only thing I could do. He don't come outside. He don't be around because we would have been solved this if we was at filming. We probably wouldn't be arguing right now. You didn't come back to filming after we was filming for January and a little bit of February. You didn't come back. You've been popping shit about me since December, every chance you get. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, you're weird. He's
So
blocked.
basically, so basically, there is no no means of a resolution
Right.
or resolve.
Absolutely
If
none.
there is no way that could ever be resolved.
Until I'll say like this. If he can contact me as a man and we can have a conversation where he can be real and acknowledge the shit that he do and the intentions behind it, there is no resolution. You're gonna come to me. You can talk about me on live, you can do all of that. You're gonna come to me, call me or whatever. Try to You can make a fake page about everything else and be like, can we talk? Cause I'm not always right. I ain't have to put my hands on you. I don't have to respond to shit you say. But
Mhm.
that's still the childishness in me because I'm still a work in progress. I can ignore everything you say, but I choose not to. So we can chop it up and we can make amends and we won't be friends or anything, but it don't have to be smoke if I see you in the street.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's just like until you could be a man about it and stop being a blogger about it, then we'll be totally fine. So
So he was
that's
a
just what I
blogger.
see. Hmm?
So he was a blogger.
Yes, he ran a page
I ain't
called
know that.
Mhm.
PMO TV, and I have the emails because that was in the emails he sent Karan, messy ass production. And basically, the page used to follow the lives of, I guess, like known gay people down here in Atlanta.
Mhm.
So literally, people when I hit him and they saw it on the show, is literally people in my inbox praising me because apparently he used to make their lives a living hell with all his little scandals and exposing certain things about certain people or whatever. So that's how I got the knowledge that he was a blogger
Mm.
before all of this. So I'm
Oh,
like, it makes sense. It's not out of your nature. This is what you used to.
Lord, my
So
God, today. My God, today. Lord, I.
listen,
yeah, I don't
and
feel at the end of the day, it's a show, especially when it comes to the reviewers. Even the reviewers that don't like me, I still support y'all. Wait, is that my ride? Hold on. I still support y'all and I still make sure that like I still try to show some respect to y'all because y'all don't have to support us and push our show or say anything. So I just feel like with that, I don't feel no way about what y'all do, but these cast members, I don't fuck with these bitches. Oh my. This is so unprofessional. Okay. My ride is here. I stayed on this for too long. But we can definitely continue like another part if y'all care to or anything, just let me know.
Okay.
I ain't been on here for this long. But thank you for having me. If y'all have any questions or anything, feel free to hit me up in my inbox or another interview and yeah.
Okay.
fine.
Well, thank you for
Thank
talking with
you.
us.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you guys. Okay, I gotta go before I get cursed out.
All right. Bye, boo.
Oh shit. Oh, my damn arm is still. I guess I gotta remove him, right?
Yeah, you got to remove him out. Lord, my God, today. Jesus Christ. I don't know what to say. Like, especially with because I think the reason why I'm shocked, but I'm not shocked, is because I've always had these feelings about Quran and production. But to hear it come from the horse's mouth, like I feel
But
like Quran is the start of a lot of this shit.
but you know what? What I meant to say, but I didn't get a chance to say it, was
Mm,
that this wasn't the first time that I heard a cast member say that about Quran. I know on the come up Atlanta, I I don't want to say the wrong name, but I do think it was Tay Anthony. I think it was him. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
So if he sees this, I hope he don't bite my damn head off for saying it. But I believe it was him. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that they did. It was him or somebody else had said that he does stuff like that, or he'll just throw shit into throw them into a film and just have a scene come out, or he'll
Mm-hmm.
use ain't got nothing to do with the show, or he'll do this or he'll do that. So I've heard this type of thing in regards to him before.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's shocking to hear it coming to you personally from a person that is on the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's the funny part about it. So I'm telling you, when when I decided that we was gonna do this, I did not know that we was gonna get all that.
Me neither. Me neither. And
I didn't.
now, I'm kind of nervous to do the review now because it depends on how the review make me feel. I don't know what the flying fuck gonna come out of my mouth. You already know me.
Listen, cause
Because it's
I
like
know.
now that I know this, and then you got people that should be there that's not there solely because of you.
I feel like if anything, this interview really put the pieces to the puzzle that we were missing because it's like, why this new boy here?
Right,
Where where's O'Neal?
right,
Other people? Where
right.
is everybody? Everybody quit. That's why. Everybody quit. And I feel like this. Um, if nobody was gonna show up, you shouldn't even have a reunion.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I do.
What's the point of bringing these Atlanta people to the fold and then they're not even a part of the mess? Like, why are they here? Like, why do we need to see them? They need to be
Mm-hmm.
working on their own fucking show. Why they here? You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And the people that he chose, I like them on the show, but why the fuck are they here? It's just like
Right.
me saying, Chance and Ken, they need to go to the Chasing Atlanta reunion. Although last season when the Come Up ATL had their reunion, Chance was there, but he wasn't on the camera. He was sitting in the back supporting a friend. He wasn't
Mm-hmm.
on the camera. He wasn't sitting on the couch. The only time he came on the camera was after the fact when there was a fight that broke out and he was backstage with his friends talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why in the camera that time. But any
Mm-hmm.
other time, like they're doing their thing, he was not in the camera. So my thing about it is why do we have Milan? Why we got Dion? Why we got what's the name Quay from to come up Atlanta on this? Like why they here? What's the point? They're just like having motherfuckers from Love and Hip Hop New York come to the damn Atlanta reunion just because
Right.
Atlanta don't want to be there. Like, why the fuck are they here? You know what I
Basically,
mean?
fellas, listen, Quran just want this money by any means necessary, which makes me really not even care to watch the Come Up Miami. I don't even want to care to even watch that because it's going to be a matter of time before he slight them the same way he slighted New York. That's how I honestly feel.
New York could have been so much better though if he had all his ducks in a row from the very beginning. And I think that, like I said, with season two, the season before this one, that was a damn good season. That was probably the best work I've seen him do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's even like with the Come Up ATL, like that season could have been so much better, but it was the same shit. You introduce us to Gutter K, and he only was there for like one episode. And he had the most memorable moment on the show is when he threw that damn chair at the homeless man, when he almost fought the homeless man because he was harassing him and somebody else that he was dealing with. And he was only there for that episode. We did not see him again. So it's like JC Young, one episode.
One
We didn't
episode.
ever see him again to the end. What's the
Look, I
point?
forgot all about that he was even on the show until we
Correct.
asked about him that day.
Like, what? Like, and you don't. I was finna film a day, sit in my that hot ass closet, and waste my breath talking about that finale. No,
Well, listen, I got T subs that's like, I just like your reviews. So I'm like, All right, I may as well make a little bit of coin. That's all it be is a little bit of coins because don't nobody
Look,
really watch the come up reviews like that.
at all. I felt like I was missing a goddamn thing by not reviewing that shit. Not nothing. Okay, nothing by doing that. I wasn't missing shit. I wasn't missing nothing. So no, I was not. I wasn't missing
Well, are
shit.
you gonna watch and review the Miami?
I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
really, I don't know because I got a feeling it's gonna be the same shit. Like like it's gonna be incomplete.
Hmm.
You know, like I don't know. He really gotta. He really got. I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it, but I don't know if I'm gonna review it. That's where I'm at with it. Like I don't know. It just depends on if the first episode really catches my eye, then I'll do it. But you know how I am. If I review a show and it ain't giving me nothing, I will drop it
Yeah, me too. And
every
all
time.
right. And all
I'll
right.
drop it. I will fucking drop it. Okay, I will drop that shit. I will not waste my time. I will drop it. Like I did Love and Hip Hop Hollywood last season. That shit was
Right.
garbage, and I dropped it.
Me too.
I did not review that shit until the reunion came back. Till the
Right.
reunion came on. I
And
reviewed
that
it,
only
and
did
then
the first part. I didn't bother to do the second part.
everything about that season was fucking trash.
Mm,
Everything about it, and they came off. What I don't understand is they came off a very good season the season before that. Season before that was like off the chain.
it was.
So
It
I guess
was.
it is. I'm guessing it's the production company switch up that probably played a part in it. I don't know. Production goes a long way with what we see, so that
Mhm.
could be what it is. And listen, I know we still live, but listen, I had watched I had watched our interview back, the last one that we did.
Mhm.
I was like, boy, I wish I would have did this damn interview again, but I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Which interview?
The one we did with Mitch, because it's some shit that I didn't notice while we were filming it until I
Like
watched
what?
it back. I don't know. It just came across like it was one part, like it was one part of the interview where I think that was Il Teddy or you. No, the first time I was quiet and you was like, it looked like you got something that you want to say or something like that. I'm like, no, I ain't saying nothing right now. I'm away. And then Il Teddy made a joke about, I can see it in your eyes. Like, you don't even have to open up your mouth. I can see it in your eyes. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything. You know what I mean? And he was like, I didn't notice he said that when we were filming it, but he was like, and I still don't give a damn. There's that on that. Boom. And when I watched it back, I'm
I didn't even notice that. I'm gonna have
like,
to rewatch it.
like, do you have like I watched it back like okay so was he looking for smoke that day, was he looking for his moment to confront me or something like that, because I mean I kept the same energy I had in my reviews with him, so
I didn't notice that. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it to see it.
I was like wait a minute what, but then I'm like it may not even be that serious, I don't know, but I don't care. I'm like, I wish I would have did it over. I did not notice that. Because I would have been like, you don't give a damn about what?
Oh dear God! Like, I mean, you know what? I ain't even gonna be. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna pull a Jester moment right now. Don't judge me. He said it's not you. He doesn't like. He said he just really don't care for your reviews like that because you're always coming on him. It wasn't. It's not that he does not like you. He don't have a problem with you. It's just he feels like your reviews could be a little bit one sided, basically.
Mm.
So if he did say that, that's probably where that came from. He
But see,
doesn't dislike you.
it just goes back to what the fuck I've been saying about him. You being subliminal. You're doing shit under people's nose and they don't notice it. That goes back to that goes right back to what the fuck I said. It proves my whole point. Like if you have if you have an issue with something that I said, you can address me directly. If that's the case, like if he was saying I don't give a damn, boom, and that was for me, then I would have been. If I had noticed that he fucking said that, I would have been like, what do you don't give a damn about? Because in certain parts, looking back at it, it did look like he it looked like he had an issue when I would say stuff, or even it did come across. Going looking back at it, I don't give a fuck though. I mean, if he don't like my reviews, that's on him. I don't care. You don't have to. But I'm just at the end of the day, just like I told him in the interview, I said, you can't tell me how to feel. That's how I felt at that moment. It may not have been what I perceived it to be because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know the basis of the cameras or the storylines or production or anything like that. We don't know any of that. All I know is about what I see, and I just spoke on what I saw. And as I kept saying in my reviews, I don't know any of you motherfuckers personally to say I don't like you. I don't like the character that's being portrayed for you
Right.
on the show. I don't have any personal issue with you. You know what I mean? Because I don't fucking know you. So that's why I felt the way I did before we even went into doing the interview with him in the first place. That's why I felt the way. That's why I was apprehensive because I felt like when he said and it goes back to what I said. Y'all been laughing on the first time. Well, I fuck with child reviews. I don't fuck with other people's because they're biased. So they basically proved what the fuck I said. Terrence, don't make me feel like I'm a damn fool. I know what the fuck I be talking about.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch. I swear I missed that part. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, because I looked at that. I watched it back. Because y'all was talking about the look in my face, and then he was like, "And I still don't give a damn."
Ooh,
Boom. And I
Lord, my God, today,
I'm
Lord,
like, what? Like, what? But you can't, because listen, yes, I was apprehensive about doing it because I did spend most of the season going in on him. And as you can see, when we did this interview with Chance, I didn't sit up here and make this a bash Mitch moment. I didn't.
right?
I did what I came to do, which was interview him, ask him his side. I barely even said a word. So if I really was biased and one sided, I would have been just dragging him and shading him the entire time on this damn interview. But that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to
Right,
be
right.
professional. So I still, and you can give me your opinion on this, whether you agree or not. Just tell me. I
Yeah.
feel like when we did that interview with Mitch, I felt like I was professional, but at the same time, I feel like I kept the same energy that I had when I did my reviews. It wasn't as brutal as it would be in the interviews. I mean, in the
Mhm.
reviews. But I feel like I still stood firm in what I believed in, what I said. I didn't come in here switching up shit just because he was sitting in front of my face.
You good. You good. And I'm glad you didn't do that, to be honest. I'm glad you didn't do that because we got to have that balance. Like, I don't like it when it's just everybody in the interview and everybody just goes up for him, whether he's right, wrong, or indifferent. You know what I'm saying? I like to have places where I like you, but, he don't really particularly care for you like that, but he's still professional enough to be here and he going to ask you he going to ask you all of the hard questions. You know what I mean? That I probably wouldn't ask just because I like you. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because even when we did the Chasing Dallas reviews, like I used to drag Reese. I drug Reese from the beginning on
Yeah.
every fucking review. Every single one I was dragging Reese for. I was calling him Big Mama Thing, Lil Kim. I was saying all types of shit about Reese on every fucking review. I was dragging him from sun up to sundown all the time. When we did that interview with him, he took that shit like a G
Mm-hmm.
and went on about his merry little way. He didn't have an
Mm-hmm.
issue. He did not have an issue about what the fuck I said. He know why we doing the shit we're doing. Just like that show is entertainment. This is
It's
entertainment.
entertainment. Right.
So just like you can't get upset because we have an opinion on you that you may not like. At the end of the day, I feel like this. People got opinions about us. We get dragged too, just like
Mm-hmm.
y'all do. Just
Mm-hmm.
like we recap the show and we drag y'all, we get backlash sometimes for the shit that we say. Like, I don't even know if you know, Terrence, but I don't know if you seen my Candace Owens thing I did
That's all.
yesterday. Somebody told me it was a racist white dude all in my comments dragging me. One of them told me I need to get back on the boat and go back to Africa like we like we should have a long time ago. Like I got backlash on that. I got backlash on the Trina and Bobby Lights thing. Like people thought that I was endorsing the whole child molestation outburst, and that wasn't what I was doing.
Yeah, and I
What I
didn't get
Yeah, what I was trying to say was she gives that energy. What he did was the same thing she does.
that. Mm-hmm.
I was calling out the double standards of the situation. We can laugh and kiki when Kanye goes below the belt, but now we want to be up in the uproar because he did the
Mm-hmm.
same thing. It's kind
Right.
of like she went in on Funky Dineve and said all this shit about him and all that, and when he came back at her, oh, he's a man, he shouldn't be going in on her. What?
Right. Right.
So it's okay for her to do it, but it's not okay for him to do the same thing in kind.
Right.
That's what I was doing. Or you know for yourself, we got drugged all season for the Housewives of Atlanta because we
Oh,
wasn't
good
seeing.
child. Child. I'm telling you, Missy Jones, baby. Oh, she was so upset. You always putting down women. I can't stand behind you because you be putting down women. I don't put down women. I be putting down them hoes. But I don't what just because I speak of which is my thing. We say something about one person or two people, and then
And
it turns into everybody.
exactly, because I said, what was it? I said something about Nene. I called her an ox,
Mm-hmm.
and you disrespecting Nene or you disrespecting black women by calling her an ox. She doesn't represent all black women. I can call her what the fuck I want to call her.
Right. Right.
I'm
Right.
not disrespecting no damn black women. I'm disrespecting that bitch. That's
Right.
what I'm disrespecting. I'm not disrespecting black women.
Right.
I don't black women. My thing about it is the main people that watch me, and you probably too, is black women. So if
Right.
I disrespect black women so much, why are you watching me?
Right.
Why are you watching me? Why are
Right.
you comparing to, what's his name, Thomas Sawyer, whatever his name is? Why are y'all comparing me to that? Because if you want to say somebody disrespect black motherfucking women, now that motherfucker
No,
should be
that
talking.
motherfucker be disrespecting black women. Period.
So,
He disrespect them like he ain't came from a black woman. Like, it'd be
uh,
amazing to me.
he disrespects people. I don't say, and that ain't no shade to him or nothing
Right.
like that, because I don't know him like that. But
Right.
I seen these videos and I be clutching my damn.
Right. Right. Me too.
So if you want to talk about disrespect, that's disrespect. This little shit I do for a key here is not no disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I call her what the fuck she is, and that's an ox.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucking ox. So that's what I call her. If y'all sit up here and go in on me and my fucked up ass grill, because that's the only thing y'all can say about me, because it ain't like I'm ugly.
Okay.
It ain't like I don't know how to dress. That's the only thing
Okay.
y'all can talk about is my damn grill. That's it. Or my lisp or my heavy southern accent. That shit is like trivial, or that shit is just childish
Mm-hmm.
to go on. Like it doesn't matter. Say
That
whatever
shit
you
don't
do.
be bothering me no more. That shit used to get under my skin, child. Not no more. I could care less, bitch. Like I say, if I could sit up here and give a read, I need to be able to take a read. I take reads all the time in the comments. I mean, yeah,
Right.
I may show it to y'all or I may post about it, but I'm laughing. I'm gagging about it. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and then on top of that, they what was it? They said somebody just said in the comments, you called Evelyn a bitch and they called you a misogynist. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Or a bitch and I was accused of being a misogynist. I was accused of hating women. I was accused of going in on women. Why don't you go in on men like you go?
Come on.
First of all, the shows that we review. are not male driven shows.
Right.
Okay? They're not male driven shows.
Right.
They cater to the women. Therefore, they get dragged. If
Right.
you look at hip hop, I drag those men just as much.
Hell yeah. Me too.
PK. I drag the shit out of Stevie J. I drag the shit out of Mark. I drug the shit out of Dennis. They all get the same
They all
damn.
get you.
So what are you saying? The
Exactly.
only reason why you are mad is because you like the bitch I'm dragging and you can't
Hmm.
and you don't like it. That's why you're upset about it.
I get that all the time. I say, girl, do you not know I review gay shows, bitch? Those are men.
And
And
we
I
drag
drag them bitches to their alias. What are you talking about? Like it don't get mad at me because most of these shows is female driven and it's a female up there that crawls under my skin. And I got to get her ass together.
right. I mean, are you mad again? And then y'all want to say, y'all hating on just like this girl, it's some bitch. Um, she commented. I was just going through my old for whatever reason. I was going through some comments from my old videos, and I missed that particular comment.
Mhm.
And she a month ago. I was bored, so I responded. I didn't appreciate what she said because she said what she said. Somebody said you are such a candy fan, and then this bitch. I'm pretty sure she probably watching you, bitch. But yeah, she said, and a Portia hater too. You would think that she fucked his man. Why you mad though?
Right,
Why you mad?
right,
You
right,
saying you hate Portia, she don't even know you. You caping for Portia and she don't know you. The
right,
difference is I get paid to drag that bitch. You
right,
don't.
right.
So you can if I want to drag that bitch however the fuck I see fit, bitch, I'ma do it. Why? Because I get a coin for dragging her ass.
Right.
You don't dragging me. So who
Listen,
really wins?
last night I did the same thing, and I went under my unsung video of the Drew Hill that I did.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't realize they had gotten over 20,000 views. I said, "Oh shit!" So I go in the comments, and I cackle when I get these type of comments.
Oh Lord.
Oh, you a gay nigga. Oh, so that's why you love all of they love songs. I guess it reminds you of your man, right? Go sit down somewhere. I said, bitch. So out of all the shit that you could have said, you want to bring up the fact that I'm gay. As if that hurts my feelings. Bitch, I'm gay as hell. This is obviously your first video of you seeing to me, if that's the first thing that you come out of your mouth with. Like it I and then
Oh,
some people up there, even some people up there with that really didn't like what I had to say, but I didn't say nothing bad. I went up for Drew Hill. I love Drew Hill. Now, did I go in on some of the men? Hell yeah, it's roasting gags. That's what I'm supposed to do. I gag them, but at the same time, I gave them their props. You can't say nothing bad about Drew Hill. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all mad at? But
like
y'all giving me the views though. I get a coin from it, so thank you.
y'all complaining about it, but yeah, you keep giving me your coin. Like, what's the point? What's the mad for? But let's not forget my favorite one.
What one?
Y'all, you want to be a woman. You mad because you're not a woman,
Oh yeah,
bitch. If I want to be a woman, I will come on these motherfucking reviews, these videos, these blog, these gossip videos I do. Whatever segment I decide to do, these interviews I do, the prelude with Jamar. If I want to be a woman, I will come on this bitch every time with a wig and face full of makeup every fucking time if I wanted to be a fucking woman. If I
mm-hmm.
wanted to be a woman, I do just like my little cousin just did, go in transition if I want to be a fucking woman. I don't
Right,
want to be.
right.
I don't want none of that.
Oh, my favorite one too is I want to be Funky Danita. Oh, I get
Oh
that all
yes.
day.
Oh
I get
yes.
that all day. And I
Or
feel like, yeah, girl, that's what I'm trying to do.
or the whole you jealous of that person I used to be friends with. You jealous of him, or you want to be like him. You
Mhm.
mad 'cause I don't bring him up. Y'all do.
Right, that'd be my whole thing. And I guess they bring that up to me to try to get me to say something bad about Quentin, but I ain't got no. I always tell them all the time, I like Quentin. I'm a funky bunch, but I don't want to be that bitch. I'm having too
Right.
much fun being me.
That's exactly what they be doing because I almost fell into that trap one time. I had did a video about Flame Monroe,
Mm,
and some of the gays were all up in arms about her interview with the Breakfast Club. Me personally, I didn't have an issue with it. I did not have an issue with it because at the end of the day, that's her story.
right,
Why mad for her story?
right,
You know what I mean? And
right.
this that I be having sometimes with our LGBT like sisters and brothers or whatever. We don't have to agree on everything.
Mm,
Everything is not gonna be the same. Like you don't have to agree with it. I personally understood where she was coming from. It's like certain things, like even for me, it's certain things as a gay man that other gay men may take personal or take seriously. I don't. It doesn't bother me.
yeah, me either.
You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that I'm I got accused of self-hating and
Hmm.
all of that. And not only was I accused of that, when I responded to what they said, I said, well, how are you gonna get mad with me because I'm not dragging him, well, I'm sorry, dragging her for what she said on the Breakfast Club. I agree with what she said. I get what she said at the end of the
Right,
day. Fuck you mad at me.
right,
This is why Justin J don't fuck with you no more. Da, 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 da. I almost fell into that trap because I had a long ass comment. I said, what makes you think I give a fuck about that? I don't fuck with
right,
him either. What you talking about? But
right,
I said, what? That's what they want me to say. So I'm not even gonna do that.
right,
That's what they want me to say. And
right,
let me just backspace this entire comment and just delete that motherfucking comment
right,
and go about my day.
right.
Because they said that to trigger me. I don't talk about him. I
Hmm.
don't.
Hmm.
Like the last time I may have said something about him was on my, and it was positive. It wasn't nothing negative. It was my Chase and Dallas reunion, and I was talking about Trey Howard, and I said that he was an inspiration because we started together, and he got to where he is, and I said that was an inspiration to
Hmm.
me, regardless of how I feel about him as a person. It's an inspiration to me. I don't have a reason to hate on him for that. That's what I was saying. People want me to hate on him. They want a show. I'm not giving you a show.
I ain't mad at it.
I'm
I ain't mad
not.
at it.
You don't have to like a person to know what they do. That's just like when we were doing what we did with Kevin, Messy Miles, and Jamar. All of us have had an issue with that same person, and people were bringing him up in there. We didn't say nothing about that. For what?
Right,
What we
right,
talking? What we
right,
doing there? There's no point. I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm
right.
not here to be negative. Like fuck that. I've never got on here and bashed another YouTuber, and I'm not gonna do it now. I'm not.
Hmm.
Unless you come, because there have been people that have tried to come for me, and I ain't said a motherfucking word. Yes.
I ain't mad at you.
I'm not. Like I ain't doing that.
Cause that
So
shit get draining. Cause it be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I would get sick of that shit.
right, I can't do that. Like making videos about the same fucking person every day. No,
Uh-uh.
no. At this point, we need to fight.
Yeah, and get it over with. Cause I mean, this is just gonna keep going on. And if it ain't making me no money, it ain't making no sense.
Cause at this point, we probably gonna cuss each other the fuck out. We're gonna say a bunch of shit. They gonna limit it to ads on the shit. We ain't gonna get paid from that. Just all the fuck you gonna get is probably a little bit more subscribers from
Hmm.
that. And then when the beef is over with, they're not gonna watch your shit no more. They only subscribe to see what the fuck you talking about with that.
Right,
They don't care about what content you got. They just want to see what the fuck you saying about that other person. They
right.
watch the next video gonna be. So no. Mm-mm. Especially And I keep saying it, especially with a person I used to be friends with. Like, what type of shit is that? Like,
Mhm.
I don't do it. People want drama. They live for drama. And I do.
Well, I ain't giving nobody no drama. If it ain't drama from one of these shows, you ain't got to worry about it on this channel. Fuck all that.
Exactly. Like, I ain't doing that. The only time you may have stepped was when you went at that guy because he said something about really big.
Yeah, but he had that coming.
But
Cause
what?
really B ain't bothered that boy, ain't said nothing about that boy, and I because it's been times a lot of people were sending me a lot of the memes that he would write about her, and I asked her before. I said, "Well, do you know this bitch?" And she's like, "No, no, I never talked to him. He never said nothing to me. We don't follow each other." She said, "I don't know why he got such a hard on for me." But then when I took up for her, he played the victim. He said, "Well, why you talking about me? I didn't do nothing to you. I don't even know you." I said, "Exactly, bitch. That's the same situation.
She
You
didn't
don't
know.
know her and she don't know you. And you got your mouth for her so you can come after her. But when I
But
came for you, you blocked me."
that's normally how it goes. It don't make no sense. That's normally how it goes. Though. Like that's what I mean by double standards. It's okay for you to do it, but when I
Mhm.
return, you want to sit up and act like I did too much. Like no, that ain't even how. That's not how it goes. To be honest, that's not how. No.
None of this works like that, Sweet Pea. I'm sorry.
Like you are not about to sit up here and constantly drag me, and I keep trying to ignore your ass, and you keep coming for me. No. After a while, I'm all ignored out at this point. So when I respond, I'm gonna fucking respond, and then I'm gonna be made to look like the aggressor. I'm gonna be made to look like I'm wrong, and all that. No, I'm not wrong. I'm not
Basically,
wrong,
how Chance felt.
and I'm not apologizing because I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm,
So
mm-mm.
look, do you want to continue the interview with Chance after the reunion? I just got a
We,
feeling he gonna get bought up.
yeah, we can. We
And so
can.
since he's not up there to defend himself about whatever he's gonna get, because I just know he's gonna get bought up. So I think
Yeah,
that'll be the best time for him to say what he gotta say. Dear God.
yeah. Because I know one thing, he gave us a lot this morning. A lot. And it makes everything made a lot of sense.
A lot of sense.
Because when Karan went live the other day, he was saying how it was going to be pretty much a new cast. I see why now. Because everybody
Mm-hmm.
gone. Everybody left.
Mm-hmm.
That show is never going to prevail if they constantly keep like just having a revolving door of people. You have to find cast that work, and he had cast that worked last season. Now Aubrey and Chrissy, yeah, they left fine, they could go. But other than that, he had a solid cast last season. He really did, and now it's all fucked up. Producers do that though. Sometimes they will fuck up a cast. They have a good thing going and fuck it up.
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't feel like Reese needs to give up on Chasing Dallas. What Reese needs to do is give up her casting position and bring in a new bitch to fill whatever he has going on that's actually chasing something. And then he could go on ahead and have a season 4. Because my whole thing is if you're getting recognized from, people from the Breakfast Club and Yandy and people like that, your iron is hot. Your
Yes.
iron is hot. Like, what are you doing? You're right there with maybe going to a show like Logo, wanting to pick it up, taking you off of YouTube, and everybody is actually getting a coin from it, not
But
just chasing reality.
they get the views. It ain't like they don't get the views. They
Yeah.
get big. in most of these gay web series, like reality
Yeah,
based, if not the most out of everybody.
yeah.
They do.
That's why
So
when she was like, "Oh, I don't really know," don't look. Don't fuck up your good thing. You got a good thing here. Do not fuck it up. Just get your ass the hell out of Dodge. And you just work in the background. That's what now's the time for you to do that. It's in the third season. It's no reason for you to still be up there no more.
right, because they can carry themselves at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense. But the iron is hot, girl. I know she fucking lying. God will milk this thing as far as I can, as far as I could. I'm trying to tell you.
Like you already got chasing Atlanta, you got chasing Dallas. When you came out with this season, regardless of the things that we did critique, it was a much better season than the very
Mm-hmm.
first one, and
Mm-hmm.
it's on par with Atlanta. Now you got chasing LA coming, and we're anticipating
Mm-hmm.
you to figure out what you gonna do with Dallas and think about that shit quick
Mm-hmm.
because Kane is gone. And then I'm not sure about anybody else. I think Womack is too. I don't think he's coming back. Did he say he'll come back?
I mean, come back to do what? I mean, if we gonna be honest, come back to do what? Show off them new weave pieces, show off them new clothes that he stuffed his fat ass in. Like, come back to do what? Get rid of the dead weight. Get rid of Reese. She's still executive producer. Then okay, so that's three people, three new people that they could bring into the fold that actually has something going on, and she could keep this gravy train going. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, honestly. Talk about
Yeah.
some people Womack coming back.
I just asked the question. I wasn't asking you to drag him, but I see you took the opportunity any damn way. So but I gotta tell you when I see we doing the prelude this week. Shit, I forgot how was I doing that. This has been a trying week. A trying week. Anyway, unbiasedly speaking, I think that because we know Kane has moved to Atlanta. Don't
Mm,
know if he's in Atlanta or not, but I know he moved to Atlanta. And I think we all feel like Reese. I have like a 50-50 thing with that. It's like I feel like he should not be on the show and just stay in the background, but at the same time, I feel like he's good for the show as a cast member. But it's like it kind of interferes with what he used to do. So in a perfect world, if we don't have Kane, we don't have Reese, and I guess not have one Mac, I could say that we can keep Markel.
okay.
We could keep Dior.
Okay.
We can keep Trey Howard.
Okay.
We can even keep George. And I'm really being biased when I say that because you know I don't really care for him on the show. And is that everybody?
Ariel.
I don't think Ariel should come back.
Really? Why not?
It's not that I don't like her because I do, but she's not around that much.
True.
And it's like, you know, it's like her and Carrie have that same thing. Okay. It's like Ariel, I feel like Ariel would be good for the show. I
Mm,
feel like she's good for it. She's actually got something going on. But would she be available to be there as much as the show would need her to be there? Because she wasn't there that much. But then again, if I had to do a toss up between her and Carrie, I would keep her before Carrie.
okay. That's
Because,
fair.
because with Carrie, it's like this. He can sing. He's a sweet person.
Mm,
But when you're doing a show like this, I'm not saying you got to be ratchet. I'm not saying you got to be fighting. I'm not saying you got to be throwing drinks. And I'm not saying that you got to be trying to read people all the time. But you have to have a presence. And I feel like Carrie D lacked a presence on this show. I feel like everybody kind of outshined him in a sense. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? George wasn't on there fighting and all that stuff, doing all that other shit. He was throwing that Phaedra Park shade that I can't stand. That's what he was doing. But it
Right.
was to watch. I know that Carrie was more so focused on promoting his music, which you should, but you got to think about where you at a time at this point in time. When singers are on reality shows, they're not only buying your music, they're buying into your personality. And if you don't have a personality that's um what am I looking for? I want to say relatable, but I don't see Carrie as not being relatable.
Mm.
I feel like something missing personality wise with Carrie. It's like it's just gonna come across mean, but I don't want it to come across that way. It's like when you think about this show, he's not memorable.
I get it.
Yeah, he's not
I
memorable
get it.
in a sense when you think about this show. He's not
I get it.
memorable at all.
And I don't
So
even think you're being mean by saying that. Like I don't feel that. Like and I love Carrie, but I
yeah,
would have to agree. I mean, the few little scenes that he was in, the only one I really remember like that was when he was singing in Atlanta when Oliver Twix was there. Like
see
that's
when
really the only rememberable. We're like, yeah, and he sung me down. But the rest of the season,
even when I was doing the last part of the reunion, my recap on that, and I was shouting everybody out. I didn't even realize I forgot to give him a shout out until I looked in the comment section. And I did not try to leave him out of that. I totally forgot about him.
mm-hmm,
So it's kind of like,
mm-hmm. Even on down to the thing with him and Reese, I was confused about it because I was like, well, you really wasn't on the show that much, so especially not enough to have a issue with Reese. So it's like I'm confused. Like, I mean, has there been an issue? And his whole thing was he would send work scenes and Reese wouldn't put it in there. But what I will say is when you tell somebody I don't want to be in none of the drama or the mess, and that was basically the entire season, that cut you out. I
but
mean, I don't mean no harm.
good point because let's not forget. I remember when Keisha Cole got on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and she made it abundantly clear to those producers, I can be on the show. I don't want to be a part of the crazy shit. And if you remember that season, the beginning, she was just filming with Booby, filming with
Mm-hmm.
Booby, Booby, filming with Booby. If she wasn't filming with Booby, she was filming with her cousin. And she wasn't filming with her cousin, she was filming with Zell. Then she even said, I think on her interview with Jason Lee, I think she was like, okay, they probably like, look, okay, bitch, do you know anybody else on this show that you can film with? Because
Right.
and she wound up filming with Nia and Masika because she knew them. But other than that, it's like, and I'm guessing because she was a bigger name than everybody else that's on the show, she had that luxury to say, I don't want to be a part of it. Keep me out
Right.
of it. I don't
Right.
want to be in it.
Right.
Keep me out. You know what I mean? So with her being, oh, and I think she filmed with A1 and Lyrica because she wanted to work with A1.
Yeah,
But
she did.
that's it. She wasn't memorable on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood either.
Mm-mm.
And that's only because, to be honest, Keisha doesn't have that type of personality as Carrie D either. I don't think so. She doesn't. She has people to carry her. And I think that's why she had people like Zell around her on the show.
Mm-mm.
they can prop her up.
Mm-hmm.
Even on her own show. We didn't watch it for her. We
Mm-mm.
watched Ricky and Effie and
Right.
her sisters. I mean, yeah, Keisha Cole was the name to draw us in, but when you really want to be honest, we weren't looking for her. We were looking for what the fuck Frankie was gonna say,
Right.
who was finna run up on. Her sister Elite trying to stop Frankie and Nephi from getting into it. That's we were thinking
And
about
that
Keisha
damn manager all in the family business. Like,
business. Like we had people on that show that was more entertaining than she was. She had a very entertaining supporting cast, and they could prop her up. So
mm-hmm.
that's what made the show good. The show wasn't. It was supposed to be about her and her life, but it became more about her family more so than her, which is why Frankie and Nephew was able to get their own show.
Right.
And interesting without Keisha.
Right.
But Keisha's not interesting without them, and that's what I'm saying. And it's kind of like even with the Phaedra thing when we was discussing it with Kevin and them. I feel like if she comes back, Apollo and her husband, Apollo and not Apollo and her husband, Apollo and his wife should come back because I don't feel like Phaedra is that interesting.
She's
With
not.
I don't see what everybody is saying she brings. I
Yeah.
don't think that interesting because for a long time when she first came on season 3, if you look back at my very first Real Housewives reviews, I was like 21, couldn't dress, wouldn't even, I ain't had no money, I was broke as fuck. I'm just putting it out there. Bad video quality, all that. I was dragging in. And I ain't like her. I thought she was boring. I didn't see why she was here. Season
Mhm.
4, same way. But when Kenya came on season 5, they had a beef. And I took Phaedra's side on that because I felt Kenya was wrong for flirting with her husband. I felt like Kenya was wrong for, and everybody hated Kenya when she first came along. So that gave Phaedra some legs, in my opinion, to
Mhm.
stick around. Because if you really want to be honest, you know how to, have you ever noticed how they seat people on the show at the reunion? They seat them for a certain type of purpose, if
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that or not. Phaedra was always at the end of the damn couch for a long fucking time. Always at the end of couch season 3, 4, 5, and 6. When she had her divorce with Apollo, she moved up a seat to the second seat. She moved up a seat. Season 8, she was still in the second seat. Season 9, when her and Candy had that beat, she was at her and Candy both sat next to Andy for the very first time because
Mhm.
their drama that was carrying the
Mhm.
show. So I feel like when Kenya came on the show, Phaedra had something to work with.
But you know what? I feel like instead of Phaedra beefing with her, she actually need to thank her because she saved her spot.
That's
I
how I feel.
honestly feel like producers probably egged that on between Phaedra and between Kenya and Apollo just to keep Phaedra on the show. That's
Yeah,
what I
that's
honestly think.
to me. She really, and I'm not saying this just because I don't like her at this point. I really feel like she wasn't interesting at all to me until she got in her beef with Kenya, and Kenya brought something out of her that she wasn't willing to bring at first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being real. Just like when Portia came along, I liked her, but she wasn't interesting until her and Kenya got into it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then Portia became interesting more so on her own. Like when she had her divorce, she had a little different layer to her and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. So she was fine.
Yeah.
But I felt like Phaedra has that same type of personality like Keisha or even Candy, where they need a prop, something to prop them the fuck up.
Right.
Apollo was propping her the fuck up.
Right.
Honestly, when he started getting up in all the drama, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He was being propped the fuck up. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So when Apollo wasn't around, you know what I'm saying? She had gotten into it with the beef with Kenny was still going on. The whole Mr. Chocolate thing happened, and she was falling out with all the other girls. That continued everything else. So when she went into season 8 with, I mean, not really that season 7 when Apollo and her was having a divorce and shit like that. You know what I mean? That made her even more interesting at this point. It's beyond the whole Kenya versus Favor thing. Now she's going through a divorce with Apollo. It's very public. We the people want to know what's going on with that. Not
Hmm.
to mention the friendship with Candy beginning to fall to the wayside. That also made you want to see what was going on with that. When season 8 came along, we wanted to see if Candy and Phaedra was going to ever be friends again. That was
Hmm.
the storyline. The only thing about it was Candy had another baby coming. That was her storyline. And she had other businesses coming along. I don't know what the fuck Phaedra was doing in her personal life. Because to be honest, Phaedra doesn't really show her personal life. When Apollo got and went to jail, that was the realest we ever seen Phaedra be. And even then, she still wasn't keeping it all the way real.
Hmm.
So it was like, then when season 9 came along, her and Candy,
Yeah, that was
and
epic.
that's what it is. So if she comes back, if it's true that she's coming back, what is she going to bring here?
I'm gonna tell you what I don't want her to bring. At this point, girl, you ain't got no beef with Kenya no more. If your
I,
whole beef with Kenya was Apollo, bitch, he's gone. He's married. He got a whole new kid. You in a whole new relationship, and she was not the issue as to why y'all got divorced. So I don't want her coming back up here having beef with Kenya. We done seen that, and
right.
I'm over that.
I don't want to see that either.
Her and Portia, maybe it could be her and Portia trying to reconnect and inadvertently trying to kiss Candy ass like Portia was trying to do on when the season after all that happened, kiss her ass long enough, to see if they could, maybe not even be friends, but they can be in the same space with each other and be cordial and there not be no beef. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe she could spend the season doing that. I mean,
I don't know
yeah.
what people feel like she gonna bring though. Like I don't
I mean, well,
see
she
what.
got this new man that she with. If he decides to want to be on the show, maybe we could see how the situation. Listen, she got a new man that she took
Hopefully,
to marriage boot camp, so
they not with him no more.
she not
That's
with
what I
him no more.
that's what I heard. Now I don't know how true that is, but I heard she ain't even with him no more. And
Well, then
marriage
if
boot camp.
she ain't got no man, yeah, she gonna have to pull a Kenya and contract a man or something to I mean just being honest, just being
But
honest.
what the fuck she gonna bring? Like I just what? And then it's like now since it's me and you sitting here, and this video was only just supposed to highlight our interview with Chance. It really
Right.
was, but now some other shit. And I know we got to get off in a little while. But since we're talking about this, I have this debate almost every other month, and this is about Candy and Phaedra.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's really stupid for people to say she needs to get over it with Phaedra,
No, she don't.
or that she needs to make up with her, or make her out to be like the worst person in the world because she doesn't want to fuck with Phaedra no more. In my personal opinion, I wouldn't fuck with her ass either.
Me neither.
I would. I wouldn't.
Me neither.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't. I would not. People feel like, well, she should. Simone, are you leaving this up? Because yeah, I'm leaving it up. People be like, when Candy was saying the shit about if Phaedra come back, she don't want to do the show. She got every right to feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
wouldn't
agree.
feel either. Like, I can't see myself being on a reality show with a person that set up there and made up an entire lie about me, saying that I tried to drug somebody. I can't be around somebody like that and not want to tear their head off every time I'm in a scene with them. Like if that was me, that should have turned into Bad Girls Club every fucking episode. I'm around this bitch. Like I would have to be like, look, I'm not filming with this bitch. I'm not filming with her. The only time I need to film with her is when we go on this cash trip
Right.
out of the. That is the only time I need to be anywhere near that bitch. Or if there's an event that requires the entire cast to come. Like if one of the girls on the show is having an event and they want everybody to come, that's the only time I need to be around her. I don't want to do no one-on-ones with her. I don't want to film with. If I'm filming with Portia, I don't need Phaedra to be there. If I'm filming with Cynthia, I don't need Phaedra to be there. If I'm filming with Eva and Kenya, I don't want Phaedra to be there. I don't want I don't want to sit down with her. I don't want to do none of that. The only time I need to be around her if it's a group event and if we're going on a cash trip. And if I'm doing a group event, she's not welcome to be there.
And it's
Period.
funny because when I say, well, Candy said if she do come back, she don't want to film with her. People do this all the time. But my whole thing is not just because then what is her purpose? What's her purpose?
What is her purpose? Don't
Unless
film.
unless Portia is gonna bite the bullet and maybe film with her, and that's a big if at this point. I don't
I
think
don't.
Cynthia will fool with her. I don't think Nene will fool with her, even though Nene trying to advocate her for coming back. But I don't bit more believe that bullshit.
Say because she's the main one saying she want Phaedra to come back, and that's really to spite Candy, in my opinion. But she the
Yeah,
main
it
one
is. It
that
is.
wants her back, and I feel like if it turns out that way, and most of them come back, she's gonna align herself with Phaedra because she ain't got nobody else to fucking align with outside of Portia. And the only thing that I could see Portia doing is trying to mend the relationship with Candy and Phaedra, and that's gonna put her at odds with Candy yet
What can
again. And that's what put her at odds with her and Candy in the first place, is because she got involved in a
mm-hmm.
situation that didn't have nothing to do with her. Stay
Mm-hmm.
out. If you got two friends that are having a dispute, stay out of it. I have learned my lesson with that so many times in my
Me
life.
too. Me too.
A mediator when you got two friends that's beefing with each other. I had two guy friends. We all in the same group. We all were planning to do something together like before COVID-19 hit, and there was a disagreement amongst the group. Well, amongst those two in a group message, and they didn't speak for a while. I was talking to both of their ass, but they didn't speak for a while. I stayed out of that.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm like when they ready to kiss and make up, it will happen. I'm not
Right.
needing shit.
Right.
And what happened? They eventually kissed and made up, and I didn't have to do shit to make them do it. I didn't have to. They did it themselves. So no,
But
I'm never.
Portia does that all the time. She did it just this time with this whole season. You had no issue with King. Then the minute you made up with Nene, now you done fell right back out with Kenya. Why?
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. That is my whole point, Terrence. And people fail to realize that. Like, how the fuck y'all not gonna see that? You was just at
Right.
the beginning of the season, just said, I'm very protective of my relationship with Kenya. But as soon as you friends with Nene again, it's fuck her. Why she texting Shamia? What like what? In the same way, they want to say, why does Candy and Kenya care so much about Nene and Portia making up? Why do y'all care so much about Candy and Kenya's friendship? Why does
Right.
that bother you?
Right.
Why does that bother you so much? And why do y'all feel like Candy needs to be her damn mother all the time?
Right.
Kenya is a grown ass woman. She
Right.
know what the fuck she doing. Candy ain't got to always tell her shit every chance she get. I'm
Right.
not gonna be doing that shit. I tell my friend one thing about it, you fucking wrong. And
Mm-hmm.
I do that to her many a times and tell her that she wrong. But I'm
Yeah.
not gonna my breath on somebody that's not gonna listen to me. I
Yeah.
got a cousin he wrong as a fuck. And I've learned my lesson. Whenever I tell him he wrong, he don't want to hear it. So when he be doing this fuck shit, I be like, okay,
That's how you gotta be. That's how
okay,
you gotta be.
like I'm good. I'm good. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't got time. Like when they say, "Do you think I'm wrong?" I think you're wrong, but that's all I'm gonna say about it. Like I'm not gonna sit here and have a full blown conversation with you about it. I'm good. I don't have the energy. I can't, and that's the problem with. That's my problem with Portia. She jumps into the middle of shit all the time. She does. She jumps in the middle of every fucking thing, and it ain't got nothing to do with her. Just
Well,
stay out.
Lil Baby said that she was texting Kenya, Candy, Cynthia, and Eva not to film with Nene.
But ain't nobody saying nothing about that though. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about that though. Ain't nobody, and I mean nobody, gonna mention it. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about that. You know, they so like these Porsche fans are something serious. They're
Yeah,
gonna ride her at any fucking cost. They don't give a
yeah,
fuck if she robbed the bank. They gonna say that bitch did not do it. Y'all see the shit and y'all still gonna ride for that shit. But let that have been Candy or Candy telling everybody not to film with Nene, y'all would be dragging their ass from top to
uh-huh.
bottom. Like straight up. Like, come on now. That's the problem that I got. And it's not that I just hate Portia. I don't like Portia because at the end of the day, what she did with Candy and Phaedra, like that was just too much.
Yeah.
I'll never ever like her after that. But
Hmm.
at the same time, I do try to be objective. And she give me a reason not to be every time. And this is the
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
The reason. This is the fucking reason. So it is what it is. Like y'all want to be mad at me, but and then at the end of the day, y'all call me a King fan. I'm not a King fan, bitch.
Yeah. Me neither.
I clearly said Kenya and Nene is the same bitch. I say that
Yeah.
every time.
I
I
mean,
say it.
me too. Me too. I lose subscribers. People get all into my comments. Oh, you hate Nene, so therefore I can't roll with you. Excuse me. This bitch must be paying your bills. She got to be paying something around your household.
Look, she paying our bills because we talking about that bitch and we getting
You
checks
better
to talk
believe
about it.
it.
So I don't give a fuck. Y'all can get mad with me all the fuck you want to. I'ma keep talking about that bitch whenever I feel like talking about her. And it's gonna give me some motherfucking. And you know what? Another thing is, somebody gonna comment on my video that I did about Kaya and Bobby Lights last week and gonna say, well, you don't like Kaya, but you using her for views. I said, and Kaya don't like Trina, but she using her for views. It's the
Mhm.
same thing. How you gonna try to drag me for the same shit you defended another bitch for doing? Like, make it make sense. Hold on one second. Hold on.
But what y'all got going on down to the comments, y'all? We're gonna get off in a little bit. Anybody still in the comment section? Are you leaving this up because I missed the entire thing, child? Hey, Simone, what's good? I love to see her dating, but they only show the White House wives dating, which is a shame. The New York bitches beginning in as far as courting dear God in heaven, and that's what got Portia in trouble these past few times. She's in the middle of some and some of the mess that had nothing to do with her. Exactly, lady. That's what that be my whole issue too. They might align her with that bitch. Child Keisha, I wouldn't be surprised. Nothing this Sunday afternoon. Child. Listen, to any of the T-Subs and C-Squad up here, look, I ain't had no intention of watching the Come Up reunion. I'm only going to watch it because Mitch begged me and El Teddy and Scotty to watch it and review it, so I will, but I ain't looking forward to it.
Had knocked on my door. She wanted a hug or something. But anyway. But yeah, like make it make sense. Like make it make sense. Like you we are all vloggers here.
Ding, ding.
We talk about people who give views. That's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
The only person
Yeah.
I the only person I do try to stay away from is Nicki Minaj. I do try to not talk about her too much because it's kind of like I don't like her and I call her out on her bullshit all the time. And when I call her out on her bullshit, I get dragged for that or I'm being biased or this and that. And I just try not to even elaborate on her at all like that. I really try not to.
Yeah.
It's some
I
people
don't deal with Nicki because I don't care. To be
yeah,
honest, I don't deal with Nicki because it just
I
or
don't.
Beyonce. It's,
Oh, I don't really talk about Beyonce at all on my videos. Like it's just some people I just try not to speak on because my opinion is the unpopular opinion anyway. So it's kind
mm-hmm,
of I just you know what I'm not even gonna even
mm-hmm,
discuss that today. I'm not. Or
mm-mm.
like Kaya just went in on Nicki Minaj. I really want to talk about that, and I'm really debating on whether I'm gonna talk about it or not. But it's kind of like if I talk about it, then it's gonna be like,
I think the only thing about Nicki that's bothering me is the fact that she did this song with Takashi. And the only reason why I have such an issue with that is because if your husband is quote unquote blood, this man just snitched on the entire fucking gang, got them all locked up, got them all sent away, and you supposed to be a blood too. So my whole thing is, listen, I guess when money talk, bullshit walk, and I guess she feel like, listen, I'm just gonna make some coin off of this and let the chips fall where they may. But I think Nikki already knew people was gonna drag her ass from the roots of her hair, and they have been. Even
right.
though the video been getting some play and some views, oh, bitch has been dragging her ass. That's one thing I will say. So,
Like I go back and forth on talking about Nikki. I really do because it don't matter what the fuck I say, they gonna pick it apart. Like when me and Jamar did our very first live and we were talking about her and I was saying what I said about her music. I never said I wasn't even giving her no grief. I was actually giving her ass props. But I
mhm,
did make it clear that I wasn't no fan of her. And as soon as
mhm,
I mentioned her name, it's one person I know in particular that comment on my shit all the time. She says that she's a fan of mine, but whenever I talk about Nikki, she gets mad. As soon as I said something about Nikki, she left the damn chat supposedly. But whatever, I don't give a damn. But it is what it is. It's kind of like I can't win for losing sometimes. And the only thing about it is this: when I be saying what I be saying, I'm not saying you got to come on here and agree with everything that I say.
right.
That's not realistic. It's not going to happen. But what I ask for is some respect. That's
Mhm,
it. You can disagree all day. But what the fuck my fucked up grill got to do with anything? What
right.
the fuck my relationship issues that I've openly discussed on my channel have to do with anything? So because Portia got a man that likes to cheat on her with women and animals, that means I'm jealous? I don't know. I'm supposed to be jealous of that. I'm
And
supposed to be
there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
jealous of her beauty. I'm jealous of this. I don't want to look like Portia.
Right. Oh, people said that to me too. And my comments about her. I'm just mad because Portia got a man. Bitch, she can have that wiener peddling ass man. That's
Like,
fucking everything from here to Timbuktu. That's why he don't want to move back into the house with her. He don't want to give up his spot or the hoes he fucking in it. What is that to be jealous of?
people kill
That's
me.
miserable.
People kill me with the single people with the single people
Girl,
shame,
that
and
shit don't bother. I'd rather be single with a house full of cats and be happy than to be with a goddamn man that I know every time he leave my house, it's a chance he gonna come back with something.
they kill me with that though. They really kill me with that. Like I had a man, but he wasn't worth my time, so I let him
Right,
go. What do you
right.
mean?
And the only reason why Portia is pushing so hard to stay with this man is because she got a baby bow. See, that's the problem. Portia don't want to be considered a baby mama. She wants
That's
to
what
be married and all that shit, and I just don't see it.
she wants to be married, and she's always wanted to be married, and she's always wanted to have that type of life. So she's gonna do whatever she can to keep it, regardless of how toxic it is for her.
Mhm.
Gonna try to keep it at any means necessary. So but that's her. I ain't doing it. That's
Right, me
on her.
neither.
Just like I openly admitted when I did my live with Jamar and Aaliyah that night, the reason why, and it was a big mistake that I stayed in a relationship that I was fucking in the last time is because I wanted to prove a point to people. I wanted to prove a point that I could change this person even after I saw the red flags, even after everybody sat there and warned me about him. I wanted to prove that I could change him. I wanted to prove that everybody isn't the same to everybody as they are to somebody else. I wanted to prove that. I wanted to prove that I could keep a man. I wanted to prove that I could have a relationship that lasts. Because I have this thing with me where my relationships don't always last all the time. And it's not me, it's the people that I choose to date. It's the toxic ass I need a nigga to carry me type of person that I choose to date. And that's me. That's my um that's my flaw that I have to deal with.
Mhm.
What does that have to do with this show?
Nothing. Nothing. I get it. You know, that's what Egypt and Sam and Samantha got going on growing up hip hop. That's the same. See, that's why she's still with that goddamn boy because she wants to prove to somebody that she can keep a relationship. So she
And
just don't stay in the shit.
he gay. I don't care what
Yeah,
you say. He a queen. I
yeah.
don't care what you say. And he an ugly queen. I don't even like to use that word ugly. I don't like to use that word. He not even all that.
Mm.
He
But
not even
she will continue to be miserable in it solely because everybody's telling her you shouldn't do that. Oh, but I'm 21 and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna make it. Girl, go ahead. That's and I said in my review, let the little bitch be grown. I fuck it.
let her do whatever the fuck she feel like she need to do. If she want to stay with the queen of the night, let her stay with the queen of the night. That is
Okay.
her business. Her business. That's how I
Yeah.
feel about it. Whatever, bitch. It is what it is. Do what you do, but that's your fucking business. I
Because
ain't
I
got
got
nothing.
friends that was like that. They will purposely stay in some fuck shit just to prove something. And I tell them all the time, when that shit fall down, please don't call me. Because I'm gonna
I,
throw salt in your wounds. Because I'm tired of telling you to leave that damn man alone.
I'm gonna tell you just like this. Don't wait a minute. When you got a free trial, do you stay on StreamYard for longer than for 3 hours, or do you get off? Don't it
Um,
end?
they only give you 20 hours. So, you know, you
Oh,
gotta make it. That's why when we do it, I don't really stay on it longer than two.
oh well, I'm gonna say
Three given.
yeah. Okay, well, we gonna close this in about 9 minutes then, because
Okay.
I don't wanna look. But that's just like this situation here, and I just want your opinion on it. I had a best friend. We're no longer friends anymore, but
Mm,
I had a best friend. He and my cousin had a past. Me and this guy was in the same group of friends. The thing about it was I was friends with his cousin first.
mm,
Before I became friends, like, me and him were cool. We were friends, but we wasn't close friends like that. I was more so closer to his cousin. But when we finally came out the closet as being gay, we became closer than that. It became me and him more versus me and his cousin.
right.
Oh, but I did not know that when we were in high school, he was messing with guys. I never knew that, and I did not know that one of the guys he was talking to was my cousin. I didn't
Mm,
know that until years later, until my cousin told me that they had like this thing, and he was chasing him and all this other stuff. Fast forward to a couple of years later, something happened. Me and my friend had like this birthday. Me and him had like this birthday celebration because our birthdays are 4 days apart, and we all were drunk, and him and my cousin maybe kissed or something like that. And then after that, that's when all of the confusion began to start. And I told my cousin from the next morning, I said, just because y'all shared a kiss last night, that don't mean that something's supposed to happen with this. Because if you told me that this thing didn't work out with y'all before years ago, and you were practically chasing him, you don't need to be involved. Let
mm,
it go. What I
mm.
said. But he didn't listen to me. I appreciate your advice, but I just feel like this is something I need to do. I really like him, whatever. And I'm like,
Right.
okay, whatever.
Right.
So it became the same thing it was years ago based on what he described to me. You chasing him. He giving you mixed signals. But I told you that's going to happen. I
Hmm.
told I told you that. So now I'm stuck in the middle between them two. I'm stuck in the middle now because my cousin mad at him. My friend don't know why my cousin mad at him. My friend says he never wanted to be. My friend was like, "Well, I didn't want a relationship. I'm still healing from my past." My cousin feels like he knows how I feel about him, so why would he lead me on? I tell my friend you're wrong for leading him on, but I also tell my cousin you had no business getting involved with him in the first place if you already knew what type of person he was from the beginning. But when I
Mm,
tell my cousin that, he wants to get upset with me and make it seem like I'm choosing sides in the situation. So they're putting me dead smack in the middle. And honestly, Terrence, I had enough of that shit. I did. That was probably one of the worst times because I had enough of it. Like I got sick of both of them in my
right.
ear with this shit. And I told my friend, I said, well, you need to talk to him. Because I'm tired of talking on the phone about this every single day. It's not like I'm trying to be dismissive of how he feels, but I don't want to hear this. This is not my fight. It ain't got nothing to do with me. So
Mhm.
y'all need to talk to him about it. And it was one night my cousin really got on my nerves with this. And I said, why are you talking to me about this? You need to go talk to him. I'm sick of hearing this. Like, y'all put me in the middle of this shit and I don't want no parts of it. And I made that clear from the beginning. I want no parts. Why am I here?
Right.
He's like, I'm not putting you in it. He putting you in. Now it's like you want to say he doing it. I feel like you're my cousin, so I should be able to talk to you about this if I want to. No, not necessarily. You put me in a fucked up position.
Hmm.
So, and he was mad at me for a long time over that. He came out with that like years later, saying that he was still holding a grudge against me because he felt like I took somebody's side over his. So, what would you do in that type of situation? I didn't give a
Okay,
fuck.
it does.
So,
I'll
yeah,
say
I
it
didn't.
does. If he mad, tell him scratch his ass and get glad. Because
We
I
worked it
warned,
out point, but you know,
I warned you. I warned you
right?
about this years ago, even before you got deep into it. I said, girl, you can do what you want, but if it was me, I would not put my eggs all in this one basket.
Exactly.
So if you continue to put yourself in the line of fire, I say it all the time, you can't get mad when you get shot because you put yourself in the line of fire. It is what it is. Now you want somebody to be mad at, and instead of turning the mirror on yourself, you want to
Right.
use me as an outlet. Well, bitch, I don't care. You the one who allowed a nigga that I told you not to get involved with to come in between you and your family. I listen. I got so many other problems, and I refuse to let you be one of them.
Right. So yes, and then it's kind of like he was also mad at me because I was still friends with the guy. But I'm supposed to not be friends with him because of y'all issues. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, and I told you not to do it.
I
I because see, then that puts you in the place too. Because then, if you agree with it, and this situation still happened, then it would have been, well, why didn't you warn me? Why you ain't tell me about him? Why you ain't so either way,
it,
it was gonna lose you.
it didn't matter what the fuck I did. I was gonna be shot. It didn't matter what I did. As much as I tried to stay out of it, I kept getting roped back in, and the conversation still comes up to this day. And I don't even. I just zone out of it. Like at this point, I don't care. I don't feel like I was wrong, and I'm not gonna say I'm wrong. Like I'm not. I don't
Yeah,
give a damn.
I wouldn't care. He'll come
You
around
know,
eventually.
yeah, like we're like we still close. We don't have no issue. It's just that like when we talk about the old days and that situation comes up, it's like a sore spot for him. It ain't one for me because I don't give a fuck.
Right,
Honestly, I don't because that wasn't my issue to begin with.
right,
So it's like,
child.
and that's not to say that I didn't understand where he was coming from because he felt played, and that's a hurtful feeling. But don't think that I'm supposed to move a certain type of way just because of something that happened with you. Because I wouldn't
Mhm.
even be in a position to be like, well, you don't need to fuck with him after what he. No,
No, no, no,
I don't
because
like that. I don't like
I
that
don't like that
negativity
either.
from people.
I don't
I
like
really
that either.
like. Have you ever been in a situation where somebody be like, well, if you fucking with them, you don't need to fuck with me,
Yeah,
or I don't like that bitch, so you don't need to be speaking to them. The
yeah,
fuck they got to do with me?
yeah. I used to say that in my reviews. I hate when people like that's so high schoolish. And even in high school, I want that damn petty. Listen, she did that to you, but that bitch ain't did shit to me. So as far as I'm concerned, me and her are all right. Now if she do something to me, then I'm with you.
Yeah, it could be like a small little situation. Y'all just don't like each other. Me and you friends. I'm not friends with this person, but we're cool. If I see them, I can speak if I want to.
Hmm.
I ain't got to act a certain type of way because you're around me. That's
Right.
fake.
Right.
If I'm gonna speak to this person, I'm gonna speak to them in your fucking face. Because if I speak to them when I'm not around you, but when I'm with you, I ain't saying nothing to them. That's fake, and I
Right.
ain't doing. I
Right.
ain't doing. I ain't doing it. I ain't fucking doing it. Period. That's fake as fuck. I ain't doing it. And I pride myself on not being fake. So now, but I guess we come to a close because I gotta only reason why I got this shit on right here is because of this damn interview. Because if it was any other reason, I would have just still been in my nightclub.
I know that
But
right.
but I gotta change and shit, and then go out to the store, which I don't want to do, and buy the rest of the stuff for my brother's cookout today. If it's still happening because he's in a bad mood.
Oh,
But yeah, so I'm about to get on up off of here, Terrence. We'll talk later.
absolutely. Thank you for having me.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Oh shit. Okay.